Well, if I'm going to hell, I'm going there playing a piano. That's real good, Dennis. You really sound like you're down home. The great Jerry Lee Lewis kicks off Rockin' Piano Week on Bennington. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Oh, hi.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. All right, here's a little thing for you. You know who was supposed to play that part other than the multiple talented Dennis Quaid?
No.
Mickey Rourke.
Really?
Would that have been an amazing movie with young Mickey Rourke in it? Not, not wrestling Mickey Rourke.
I love young Mickey Rourke.
Sure. Everybody did.
Oh.
Everybody did. And then, he got off into, there's very few people that completely change. I think you got to go Caitlyn Jenner before you get a transformation as strong as the one Mickey Rourke made.
But you know what? I follow him through it. I'm there with Mickey.
Dennis Quaid, on the other hand, I served the Lord with my piano. So how difficult is it for you to do these lines? Excuse me.
Is that too much? Should I dial that back, or what do you think?
I'm going on the Steve Allen program. At just one point, he should have been like, Southern people, duh. That's what I think of them. Like, why are you... And get away from little Winona Ryder. You're too old for her. That's your cousin.
She's a baby, and she's your cousin.
She has a dollhouse that she packed her clothes in. I'm going to stay up late and start grabbing at her with the tickle monster. Ugh.
Oh, boy.
I just call him Dennis Quaid in that movie. I don't even bother calling him Jerry Lee Lewis.
And now, where did they show up? Was it they showed up in London when they're like, "Yeah, she's my underage cousin wife.
She's my first cousin that I used to change her diaper." Why's everyone so mad?
What?
You got to remember, we're inbred people from down south, from Louisiana, and then for some reason Alec Baldwin is his southern cousin.
Oh yeah,
just a really. I guess rushed, but I did love what's his name in it from X, John Doe.
Yeah,
John Doe was fantastic in it. Should have just been called the John Doe story. All right, this is the Bennington Show in the dog days of August. Hey, Jerry in Dallas, how are you?
Ronnie, I can't believe you said that about Dennis Quaid because it feels like he's in a role that he can't get out of ever since, I don't know, maybe True Grit, and now it's like he's stuck now. He can't get out.
I don't know. I don't give him any thought. I remember he came in here and did the show one day, and I don't think he knew anything about the movie that he was playing.
I like Wilder Napalm. He is pretty over the top in that too. Yes, very over the top.
Look, obviously he's had a long career, which means that there has to be a lot of talent there. But it was just in that movie in particular. Just thought he pushed it a little bit. Never for a second did I feel like he was playing the piano.
It was more like a cartoon character.
Yeah. I'm Wile E. Coyote, the piano player. Easy, Dennis. If we wanted Randy, we would have called for him. My brother's flying a crop duster against the aliens.
It's not a line in this.
A big comedy story over the weekend. The Fat Jew. And this is just not me saying it.
Yes.
He calls himself that. Is being accused of joke theft on the internet. So apparently he does this. He goes and takes other people's tweets and puts them up as his own without an RT,
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're like, oh, who gives a shit? He gets $6,000 a spot for what he does.
When he's mentioning a product or something like that.
Yeah, when he mentions a product, those are pretty decent numbers since there's no overhead in this. Chris, I know you've been obsessed with the Fat Jew for a while.
Yeah.
I remember the day that you were pointing and you were telling me but he was on a bus and we were laughing out front. But I'm not an Instagrammer, so I don't know exactly what he does. Is he funny?
All right, so he has an Instagram account. His name's The Fat Jewish, and
The Fat Jewish.
The Fat Jewish. He goes
then
by
I
both.
said it the wrong way.
The Fat Jew, The Fat Jewish. He'll answer to either. And
he's not here.
And his Instagram account is just him reposting things. Like I would see like, oh, that's funny. And then I realized he's just taking shit off of Reddit and Twitter and reposting it and getting like hundreds of thousands of likes. And because he has 5 million Instagram followers.
But he doesn't give credit. That's the problem.
And he does not give credit, yeah.
Okay, so how did you realize that he was taking it from Reddit or somewhere else?
Because I would see it on Reddit 3 or 4 days beforehand, and then I'd see him post it, like, wait, this is old. And then it's getting like, tens of thousands of likes.
Now, I don't, anytime that somebody is either a YouTube star for playing video games or eating food or whatever, it's always a shock to me. I did not even know, besides Jen Selter, that there was an Instagram star. So he doesn't go out and do gigs or whatever, because I hear he's got big time agents now, CAA.
Yeah, CAA reps him. Well, now from simply the Instagram account, he has gotten he'll go hang out at a DJ set and get paid for an appearance or whatever.
Okay, so he's doing appearances.
So he's not doing he's not doing his own performances that are live.
No.
Yeah, but you know how much money you can make at those clubs? Like that's where Kim Kardashian and then the other one, the Hilton, they get tons of money to show up at a club, like Vegas type stuff. I don't know how these clubs
just to stand next to the DJ and look like they're
just
part
be
of it.
like I'm at it. Well, they'll act like it's somebody's birthday party or a VIP party. So the thing is, the kids want to be at the same club as someone else, where they can spot them, and then we're all drinking, and then you're like, hey, we're all drinking champagne, and the kids go crazy for it. They don't even want a performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just want to be in the same room. And then they could be like, oh, man, I was hanging out last night with Paris Hilton. It was crazy. And, there was 5,000 people there.
Yeah. Not really hanging out. I've seen his Instagram, and I thought it was pretty clear that these were like memes that he took from other places. I didn't realize that it was... I don't really understand how he got so many followers, because
probably there early. That's all you really got to do.
Right.
If there's a new technology and you're there early, you will become, a local star. Like right now, I'm sure we don't know it, but there's Periscope stars being born, and they're going to go on Periscope every day and Periscope every day, and then finally, everyone's excited to know, like, oh, here you're on Periscope, you got to follow this guy,
right?
And then when it suddenly happens where millions of people are doing it, you get millions of followers because you're their first guy.
I saw him interviewed by Katie Couric, and they got a pedicure together, and I was like, what happened?
But Matt Drudge was the same way. I mean, his site, if you look at it, it looks like it's 1992. He doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
He got incredibly rich because he was on there first. You got to get whatever, you can be a restaurant with a good location. But apparently, and maybe Dan knows about this, I don't know, it's the comedians who are most angrified with him.
Right.
They're angrified up about it. Here's Bobby. Bobby in New York.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bobby the Champ.
Hey, Champ, what's happening, pal?
What's going on? I happen to really like the Fat Jewish. I think he's pretty funny, and when I see his memes, I assume that they're from other places, and I don't always laugh at the memes. It's more like his commentary, after, like his description makes me laugh. Whereas the same thing, like those VH1 shows where they talk about pop culture stuff, they make jokes behind it, and, they add their own spin to it and makes it funny. Same thing with, if you sample something in a song, like a rap song, and you rap over it, you're adding something new to it. Is it original? Obviously not.
No, but that person is getting payment or credit. If I do a rap song and I make the obvious choice, I'll be the millionth person to grab Hard Knock Life. And those people will get a check. Or if you're on the internet and let's say it's Fark, they credit the people that did the story first, and then they add their little commentary. Apparently what he's stealing, though, and I know nothing about him, is the commentary. The thing that you're saying is the funny part, he steals.
Yeah. Well,
Dan, do you know
I guess
anything
it was-
about this with what comics are mad about it?
I think the main thing they're mad about, and I didn't know anything about this guy before this weekend, but it was just my news feed on Facebook was just flooded with comics who are pissed off at this guy and also another guy, Fuck Jerry, who's another popular Instagrammer.
Yeah.
I guess what he does is he'll take tweets and then crop out the person who tweeted it. So it implies that it's just him reposting his own tweets. And he'll do that with, like Chris was saying, Reddit and all that. But it's the same thing. It's kind of
But
stealing.
he's doing it with comics, right?
With comics, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the thing, that these people sell that, and if he would have put up, Big J Okerson, then nobody would have a problem with it. But if he just goes in and crops out the Big J part and acting like it's his, that's the problem.
Well, I mean, it is kind of a slimy move, but I also sort of respect the hustle. It's like you've said it in the past, people tweet their stuff out there for free. So if someone takes it for free and then figures out how to monetize it, I mean, I guess
All you got to do is give the person credit, I think.
Yeah.
No one has a problem. Like we said, Fark, I'm sure, has done a very good business over the years, but you get the link. They don't act like they came up with these stories. And I mean, you could say that you like the hustle out of a crack dealer, but you know what I mean? Like hustle is not exactly creativity. Well, I'll tell you this, Bobby the Champ was at the Unmasked with Brian Regan.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards, Brian was like, who was that guy in my fucking eye, level the whole time? He was driving me nuts. So I go, that's Bobby the Champ. And he said, you tell the champ anytime, anywhere. And I go, I never knew you'd have a problem with anybody. He goes, I got a problem with that asshole. Bobby the Champ. Write it down. He made his brother Dennis write it down. And then he goes, now strike a line through it. I go, what's with the Irish accent? Why did you suddenly become someone else? So, I mean, sure. Do you admire, I think we do admire hustle in this country. But I think the heat is acting like something's original when it's not.
Right.
And in the hip hop world, we know, none of them are musicians, but then they have to pay out.
Right, exactly. That they have to give credit or, pay and
both. They have to do both. They co-write songs, I guess.
I feel like the precedent has never been, set so far for, Twitter, Instagram, for these social media. Again, morally, is it right? Probably not. But since there was no precedent of paying royalties or credit, I don't think he even thought about, hey, I'll just do this, or maybe he thought maybe they'll think it's me, maybe it's not. I'll just see.
Well, why does everybody else think of it?
You know what I mean? Really big, and now there's backlash.
Literally, Bobby, you're looking at the thing of don't act like there's not already a code to credit on the internet. That's why you retweet,
right,
and don't lift. And you can always get away with the thing, even in life, of saying Louis C.K. said, and then you quote him, and then you build upon that. No one's going to get mad at you. You know what I mean? You're commenting on a piece of comedy. That's fine, but you can't act like. And I see this with weathermen all the time. Well, they'll just. I've seen people go like, why don't they move to where the food is? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe because they didn't fucking hear Kinnison 25 years ago. You're still doing that. All right. Thanks, Bobby.
All right. So you guys.
Bobby going in high for the love for Fat Jewish.
Loves him.
Which I think on the buzz, didn't it say Fat Jew and not Fat Jewish? I guess he must have got complaints about Fat Jew.
Yeah, because he goes by both. Like it's both. He has the fatjew.net, but on Instagram he's the Fat Jewish.
Maybe there was already somebody there.
Probably,
yeah.
There's an overweight
gimmick.
Jewish person on there.
Here's our buddy Cam in Toronto. What's up, Cam?
Hey guys,
you got a spy report?
Yeah, a little spy report.
Spy report.
SNL just announced their first 3 hosts for this season. Miley Cyrus, Amy Schumer, and Tracy Morgan, which is awesome.
Whoa! Tracy's back.
Yeah.
All right, so Miley Cyrus, well, you're not going to beat that.
Sure.
I hope she does Wrecking Ball. Amy Schumer, you're not going to beat that. I hope she also does Wrecking Ball. But Tracy Morgan, we just want to see because he lived.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the first 3 hosts of SNL. I can't believe we're getting around to new TV time of the year.
I know. It's getting that time. Summer's over.
Well, this is it. This is the next 3 weeks are just stone vacation time. I mean, it's pretty dead around here now, but next week it'll be insanely dead. And then we're going to take a break after that because we're stupid. Is that why we?
Mm-hmm.
Why did we take the first week of September?
I think because the following week is Labor Day, so it was going into Labor Day weekend. Then we come back the following Tuesday.
Wait, Labor Day
is Labor Day September
7th. I think.
Yeah, September 7th.
And when are we taking off?
The week before, leading up to Labor Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the latest Labor Day I ever remember.
It's really late.
His NFL starts September 14th. It's crazy.
Well, the NFL might always start around then. I know it seems like it's earlier, but I know college is always before the NFL by a week or two even. So I don't know if that's overly late for the NFL, but I don't remember Labor Day ever being so late.
Labor Day is a shifting one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is global warming. You know what I mean? It's just when Labor Day is this late, it's global warming. There's nothing you do about it. Because summer ends halfway through September.
It's more like
even though no one
Day.
feels like that. What's that?
More like Later Day.
Later Day is pretty good. Here is Jason, Panic in Detroit.
Hey, Ron. This weekend we had a big Woodward Dream Cruise. It's a big car show we do every year here in Detroit. I've been doing it for the last 20 years. And President Papa John showed up with his 1971 Camaro, Chevy Camaro, as one of the celebrities to be at it. And then it was stolen Saturday night.
That's not like Detroit. No, I mean, that's not the Detroit I know.
Mm-mm.
And but then again, it was recovered this morning on the west side of Detroit.
Yeah, just filled with piss and shit and fucking
no tires,
little cracked fucking vials all over the place.
Homeless guy living in the backseat.
All right, Jason, thanks for that big spy report.
That's
Spy
Papa
report.
himself.
Yeah, he calls himself Papa.
Big Papa.
Well, he calls himself Papa John Don't Preach, and I think that's because he grew up on. And then sometimes he'll call himself McDonald after Madonna, like the boy.
I like to call him PJ too.
Do you?
Just to one more,
Because the way he
feel-
dresses at night.
Yeah. He's so comfortable.
Yeah. I know Chris Stanley used to get the nickname Pissy PJs, and I never found out why.
Because of the piss that came out.
So
Awake
blunt.
and asleep.
Disgusting. You know why we're announcing the big season? Tommy Pope says there are new episodes of Delco Proper coming.
Yes.
It's the greatest show of all time.
I'm so excited for it.
This is very, very exciting about Tracy Morgan, too.
I know. I mean, I thought that was going to be his first appearance, was my prediction was now, but he did the interview, so.
Well, he did the Today Show, but to be totally honest, he didn't give much.
Yeah.
But that was him still saying, NBC, you're my, girlfriend.
I'm still with you.
Yeah, I'm with you forever. Remember, because I was on SNL and 30 Rock. I don't know where the short-lived Tracy Morgan show was. I think it was like TBS or something.
How long was that on? Just like a season?
A minute. It was on a minute. 60 seconds.
That's it.
Yeah.
So quick.
You actually just saw the head of the network walk out and go, look, no,
Turn that off.
we're not doing this.
It was also NBC, the Tracy Morgan Show.
There you go.
He loves NBC.
How long?
18 episodes.
Okay, almost a season.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to have a sitcom, though.
It's not easy. It's a hard world.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's difficult. Well, except for if you're at Friends. That was easy for them.
Yeah.
My favorite episode is when they all hugged at the end and said that how good of friends they were.
I know. They stay so close.
And then my other favorite episode was when Joey went to the coffee shop and there wasn't a seat for him and he had to sit at the end of the couch and that wasn't his regular seat. And you ever watch Big Bang Theory?
I've seen a couple episodes.
My favorite episode was in the they're all having something to eat, and the guy didn't have a seat. The couch. He's like, get out of my spot. He has to have his special spot because he's,
Right.
I guess he's smart but socially awkward. He's
Okay.
not awkward around. He's very awkward around women.
It sounds funny.
It is funny. All shows are funny, though. That goes without saying.
Is that your favorite sitcom right now?
My favorite sitcom right now is a sitcom called The Manny Show. And Manny is this little Colombian kid who lives with these dull people, but he says just the most adorable things.
You love that Manny.
Well, he drinks out of a tiny little coffee cup, and, he's prissy.
Yeah, he's particular.
Yeah, I like a particular guy, particular Colombian. That's my favorite.
You got me into that Manny show.
I'm sure. The jokes are just exploding on that show.
I'll turn on the TV and see I got a couple Mannies lined up. It's a good day.
Well, this is what happens in life now. You're still on, and they just rerun you around the clock. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. And they're all like various ages. Like,
Yeah.
they'll have the late one, and then they're like kids are.
Yeah, I love
little.
it. Well, on that show, the middle girl, her breasts just explode.
Oh, yeah. They're massive.
I heard the other day she had a reduction.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't live like this. These tits are just. They said if she didn't do something, it never would have stopped.
I can't breathe.
Yeah. And that's
Choking.
something that, men get upset. Like, why would anyone have a tit reduction?
Very
Seems
heavy.
insane. There's up on the iBang, a video today of Amy Schumer and Judd Apatow doing the Bill Murray gimmick of being at somebody's wedding. But this doesn't feel like it's got the Bill Murray crush to it.
Yeah, Bill Murray has a special mystical man thing, I think.
Yeah, he
that
owns that world.
you don't get to just show up and be, hey guys, I'm
You don't
doing
ma-
the Bill Murray thing.
You don't get to make people as happy. Because the bride actually yelled out, is Bill Murray coming too? And they're like, no. And everyone just puts their phones down.
Forget it. Never mind.
There's also, and this reminds me of Dan, an open mic guy drop kicking another open mic guy on stage. And I think this goes on in Dan's world. For some reason, there seems to be a lot of fighting between open mic dudes. So what started this? Chris?
There's another open micer, this guy Raid, and he likes his gimmick is he disrupts other people's sets.
He's like disruptor.
Exactly, he's a dick.
Jerk gimmick.
Oh, it's kind of fun though.
Yeah, he's a very angry man who thinks this is how I'll get my claim to fame. I'll fuck with other people.
All right, Dan, come over and give me an open mic thing. A lot of the open mics are just open micers performing for other open micers.
Yes.
And would it be funny if somebody disrupted somebody else's set? 'Cause this looks like it's in the daytime and nobody's there.
Yeah, that sounds like an open mic.
Yeah, either that or it's just really overly well lit. Like, it doesn't even seem like a club. They just look like they just walked into a coffee
Well,
shop.
isn't that outside though? You can't you see out that one window? Like when
Oh
you're
yeah, that
over
might
to
be
the,
dead.
Yeah,
Unless that's the bright lights of
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, it could be 3:00 in the morning.
The
Nice fucking kick though.
Drops
Oh my
And then he
god.
keeps working. I love that kid. Look how the other dude just walks by a guy fucking laying down.
He's like, all right.
I don't like to stop and help people once they've gone down either. It annoys me.
He had it coming.
If
Then
you're
a
going to
lift,
charge a man.
yeah, then a lift has to come into it. Like, come on, let's get you up. It stops your whole day. I see it a lot in New York, and I try just to, go on the outside lane and get around
It's a
it.
big step over.
Oh, they're stabbing each other.
People get into a lot of arguments at mics and shit because
I
people
hear
don't
that.
want to
Why-
be there.
Why are they arguing?
Because nobody wants to be there, and some people are angry that they're there, so they'll take it out on the other people sitting there. And people who usually shout shit in the back are usually one of two kinds of people. It's the people who are new and they're being way over eager, and they think like, oh, this is what comics do. They'll just yell and be disruptive and shitty to people, and that's how I'll immerse myself. Or maybe it's people who've just been there
Which
a long
one were
time
you?
and are bitter. I just stayed quietly in the corner until people decided to talk to me. Still waiting.
So you didn't go out of your way to meet people. You're not like, hey, I'm Dan the comic. I'm just getting started, trying to make my way in this business.
No, I got better at that over time, but no, that was not. I stayed quietly away.
How long before you actually felt like you had a relationship with another young comedian?
I mean, a few months.
Months. You're like the new kid in school
Yeah.
who eats by himself and is okay with it.
Hey, do you want to sit at my table?
No,
No, I eat in the library.
in the bathroom stall.
I just eat a sandwich standing up in the library.
I just don't want to get kicked by anyone.
See, I think it's better to be the guy who yells at other people and then runs up on stage. I think that's the cool guy. That's the guy I want to be friends with.
Well, he looks like he's wearing some sort of tinfoil hat at one point.
Well, he's
so-
also doing a nerd walk too. Like he's completely in character.
Man,
Fuck you, Vegas open mic nights.
if I'm the open mic host and the guy and I see the guy just kick somebody like that, I give him another 2 minutes.
All right. See, I went out like this, and I saw the fucking sign, and it was in chalk, so I knew it was going to be a big night for open mic night. I go in there. It was a mistake. It was open mic night, and it was just one Irish guy after another. Maybe you've heard of a little band called U2. Fuck the English. All right, dude, I understand. And we had nothing, no potatoes, and there were no doctors for the Irish. Oh, okay.
Funny, I guess.
Very, very, very often at mics, people, the newer comics will just get very angry at the other comics for not laughing at shit. They're kind of like, "Fuck you, that was funny," that sort of thing. And my favorite one ever was this guy at a mic. I only saw that time. I never saw him before since. He's like, "Man, I wish I had a retarded sister, so I could rape her." And nobody laughed, and he was like, "Oh, I get it. You guys are some fucking PC, liberal, pussy,
He's
Williamsburg
right. He's
hipster
right.
crowd, huh?"
I
It's
mean,
like, no, it's just like the worst thing anyone's ever said.
I don't know. I think there's a little jewel in there somewhere.
If
He's
you
just
work
gotta-
at it.
Yeah.
You get the
know what I mean?
timing right.
Yeah. Obviously, it would be funnier if he said niece, but
hmm
that's where he fucked up completely.
Yeah, it's the setup that needs work,
Yeah.
really. The punchline's right there.
It's really in the
Or he could have
details.
said adopt it. Special needs Asian. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's nothing
It
there.
needs a little work, but
Yeah, stay with it. That's what you got to do. You just stay with it. I ever tell you about Richard Pryor?
No.
He stayed with it. That was the thing with him.
yeah.
He would always stay with it.
Stuck with it.
Yeah, it stuck with it. Didn't let go of it. Now look at him. He's number 2 funniest comedian of all time with comedy greats.
All time.
Yeah, number 2.
That's
That is
huge.
not bad.
Mm-mm.
That is picking up the silver.
That's nothing to turn your nose up at. That's what people do.
Oh, yeah. They just turn their noses up.
Where do they
You
get
know?
off?
And I'm like, put your nose back down with normal
And
level.
receive this
No,
award.
now it's too far down.
Not even
Now
making
you're
eye
at the-
contact.
Yeah. Now you're just smelling the ground. Put your nose at a regular level. That's what I'll tell people. Sometimes they get their ears turned up too, but no one notices. I guess because their ears are always up so big.
It's a hell of a kick this guy does.
Oh
though.
God, it's wonderful.
He's clearly trained.
Oh yeah, that's what I would call a Jesus kick. That's the way Jesus used to kick people.
He's already got the physicality that takes some people years to develop. Regan-esque.
You sure this is an open karate mic night?
I think it's at Tagger Schulman's.
Tagger.
Tagger Schulman's.
What's he doing? Graffiti? He's a tagger, that one.
No one goes to this guy's aid either. You just hear a slight, "Oh, come on." from the
Ugh,
audience.
fuck this. When's my set? I got some new shit I want to try out. I got this special needs sister bit. I think it could go somewhere for me.
That guy stays down too.
He's selling it.
Yeah, he is. He's selling it. He knows. He's counting the lights, that guy.
He's putting on a show for the people.
Speaking of putting on the show, Michael Sam once again retired.
Oh God!
He said there was nothing left for him to accomplish in the sport.
Really?
He said it's been a very rough year for him, I guess because he broke up with his boyfriend. And, no football player in history has ever had to go through a breakup. They're just very stable relationships.
Maybe the gay breakup is just totally different from the hetero one.
That could, in what way? Because I think that they break up minutes after meeting each other, don't they? Isn't that the whole thing?
Maybe, in this case, that's to be more devastating because like this, he got signed to a professional team and then he walks after a game. So it has to have just destroyed his psyche.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to play. He wants to be famous.
Yeah, I think that in order to quit, one would actually have to play the sport of football.
I think he played one down.
Really?
I think he got in for one down, yeah. They said it was amazing, too. I mean, he got right down there, you know? And then that's it. Did you see, I don't know, because you were traveling over the weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Football Jesus in Philly, and everybody was going crazy for him. Everybody was just so happy. I've always been the biggest Tebow fan of all time.
I know that about you.
I've said for years, this kid has got it. The Lord has blessed him in a way that he is going to do something so fantastic. I said it years ago, I go, he could bring the Super Bowl to Philadelphia for the first time in history.
You knew years ago he was going to end up in Philly.
I'm not saying I knew.
Mm-hmm.
God knew, and then used me as a vessel to sail upon.
He sailed upon you?
Well, that's what vessels do. They sail. I don't think he was using me as a blood vessel. That's ridiculous. Look, people are crazy about it.
They love him.
Love you, Tebow. Broken play that you ran for a touchdown. Look at him. Everybody's so happy.
Everyone's patting his helmet.
Oh, I'm going to cry when they cut him in a couple weeks.
Gonna miss him.
Joey, I see you laughing, but Tebow never hit a kid with a stick.
Mm-mm.
That's true. Not yet. His career's still pretty young.
He's a virgin.
Hey!
He's a virgin, and, you know, the fact of the matter is, I don't even think he dates.
Really?
I've never heard of Tebow on a date.
There was a picture of him with some chick and like on a beach.
Come on, when are you going to bring? You know how old that is from fucking
from college.
From college.
That's what I'm saying. It's the last time anyone's ever seen him with a chick.
He wasn't with a chick. That girl walked up and had her picture taken with him, and then that went around. And by the way, this was big news in like 2008. Then that went around the internet of look at the tits on Tebow's chick. And then
it was just a random girl.
Well, he has said, I have no idea what you guys are bringing up to me. This is nice. I hope to find the right girl someday. I just can't seem to find her.
Keep looking, Tebow.
No, she was like one of those Florida bathing suit models.
Right.
That's not her. You know it. There she is.
Yeah, this was yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, she is lovely. John in Miami.
Hey guys, the Philly fans have a new name for Tebow.
What's that?
It's retard arm.
See, I'm not very comfortable with that.
Mm-mm.
And I'll tell you why. That joke has turned me against it. That joke that Dan told from his act. Dan has a bit in his act where he says he wished he has a special needs sister.
That was his act. Okay.
Yeah, so that he could rape her. And then he said the PC liberal pussies won't give it up.
That's what he opens with.
Yeah.
And closes.
If I was going to give that kid one hint, change it to brother, and it will destroy for you. Because then you had gay sex.
People love that.
Oh, God, yeah.
Much funnier than straight rape.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gay rape is beloved.
Well, in the
comedy.
prison.
Mm-hmm.
In prison, like, I hope he goes to prison and he gets the biggest. Then, you know, you'd also turn it racist. Biggest, blackest cock right up.
What?
You're like, what? Why?
Can be a big white one.
Chris, there are no big white ones. When are you going to learn humor?
It doesn't exist.
Over half the Americans have not taken a vacation in the past year. I know on our show, I've turned down everybody's vacation request.
Yep.
I said you have to be here for 2 years before you get a vacation.
We just like one day, even. Just one day.
Please, you're the last person that has anything to bitch about.
This study, though, defined a vacation as you have to be 100 miles away from your home. It has to be for a week. That's what their definition of a vacation was when they asked this question.
What if you live near a lake?
Yeah, exactly. Or what if you're on the Jersey Shore? All right, I'm off for a week. I'm going to go to the Jersey Shore and hang out and go to the beach every day.
Yeah, some people have a lake house or a beach house not too far.
First of all, I don't think that if you have a vacation home, I think $100 miles is the cutoff. You don't want to drive more than 2 hours to get to your vacation home. Like, I know people in New York, they're like, oh, we got a place in Maine. I go, that would drive me crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's too fucking far for a getaway weekend. I got to be 2 hours maximum for a weekend. The people in the Hamptons, that's ridiculous. Only because you could drive there 2 hours if you go in February. But if you go in the summer, you're looking at an 18-hour drive. And by driving, I mean sitting in a parking lot.
I went out to Montauk for a weekend last summer, and the length of time it took to get back, I was like, none of this was worth it for this car ride.
No, it's just straight stress from that point on. Now I go there in my helicopter, my Trump copter.
Sure.
And God, we get right out there, you know?
That sounds pretty cool.
I crash a lot, though. That's the problem. These helicopters just fall out of the sky. They got no wings. You know, you got the propeller, but no fucking wings. I saw Sully in the paper today. He was fucking furious with LaGuardia because they're putting $4 billion in it and nothing into making the runways fucking better. And he goes, those runways are so short there that you have to hit them perfectly when you come back.
Yeah, LaGuardia has it's like very short and then it's water, right?
Yeah. Last flight I had, the guy, the captain goes, I don't know if we're going to make this. I'm going to give it a try. Doesn't seem like I get enough room. He goes, that flotation device thing that you guys normally ignore, pay really close attention. Because you're probably, put it on now, he says. He goes, just put it on now. Because I don't think this is going to be done.
What are they spending the money on?
Well, they're kiosks. You know, see, everyone hates that, but I do like the fact that it feels like it's 1963 when you're there. That's fucking hilarious to me. And then, you know, you get out to the short runway and you're like, I don't know. I mean, we're going to land, but I don't know whether we could stay on land. That's the big problem for us.
I did get this fancy charm bracelet.
Yeah, well, sure. That part's nice. Plus, it's too birdy out there, and birds just get stuck in your engines all the time. I don't know why Scully thinks that he should fucking comment on everything that happens.
He's just the king of LaGuardia.
Is he still flying, or did he stop? Was that his last flight?
I mean, it should have been if it wasn't.
You're tired after that.
Come on. Going out on top.
You dropped the mic after that.
Yeah.
I'm out.
All right, everybody on the wing and stand there, and we'll hope some boats come over. I'll never forget just seeing people standing on the fucking wing of a plane. I tried to throw them. I tried to get everybody on the shore to tie their belts together.
Good idea.
Oh, we only got about 6 feet. I go, at least swim to the belts. Well, that's Scully, or as we like to call him, Tom Hanks.
Hanksy.
I hope the guy who plays his co-pilot in that is the same guy that he did Bosom Buddies with. I hope that works out.
Yes.
You know, I'd like to see him working a little more. I think his name is Bosom.
Bosom Bob. They say Tom Hanks is so nice. You think he'd give Bosom Buddy a little bit of a help. Bosom Bob, excuse me.
Well, he did put him in one movie.
Which
do you
movie?
remember?
No.
That Thing You Do.
Wait,
He played the variety show host. And, you know, they brought him out on stage at the end when, you know, careful girls, he's engaged.
Oh, yeah.
And there was supposedly, a scene where him and Hanks just like looked at each other like weirdly. They shot the scene. But they said it just took everyone out of the movie.
just turn to the camera and winks.
Remember when we worked together?
Get it?
You look familiar.
Yeah, and then they brought in Aykroyd's wife and that fat girl, and all of them just looked at each other like. And for some reason, they both dressed up as women. See, Hanks was doing the Caitlyn Jenner thing early.
He started it.
And nobody would jump into it. Hard Rock Johnny's down at the shore right now. He's crabbing.
Good.
Johnny.
It's not vacation, though, right?
Yeah.
because it's less than 100
it's
miles.
not far. You don't go far. You've never had a vacation.
Ever.
Yeah.
I could be here for weeks. Actually, I'm sitting at my desk at work, so I'm not on vacation.
I've seen you at work. You're on vacation, dude.
Sometimes. It depends on the day. Today is probably a little bit of a vacation work day, but yeah, I have a problem with this because if I'm, I take every Friday off, right? Go down the shore Thursday night. Well, so if that's not vacation, that's just me hanging out somewhere else as opposed to being at home.
It doesn't make sense. This is a lie. You know what I mean? It's a lie because I think that if you have a weekend place, a summer place, as they say, you don't want to be so far away that it's a hassle to get there.
Yeah.
Who wants to drive 3 hours to get to your other, your summer place? It's like, what's an hour and a half? Like, and but this just shows that you can make statistics say whatever you want by putting
Well, I feel like
limits on them.
statistically you're doing that right now. I mean, that's the way that you proved it.
Yes.
I don't know. When you travel, is it as relaxing as when you're at your shore place?
No, because
that's
you're
your
at
most
home.
relaxing place.
Because you're in your own home, so
Right.
you're not worrying about anything. You're at your own place. You don't have to worry about I got to leave the room so housekeeping could come, or I got to go run and do this, or I have to make sure we see this site, or it's like you're just there, and whatever happens. It's just kind of
Sometimes I think that's the best, just to chill.
Yeah, I mean, I have a place that we go up every year upstate New York, and
Yeah.
those are like the most chill vacations because you
Right.
don't really feel obligated to do anything. You're just like,
Is it
oh,
really
sit
a
the lake.
vacation though? Because is it 100 miles away?
No, it's not 100 miles away, so you're screwed.
You're not on vacation. You're just lying
you're
about
at
your
work.
vacation.
That's
I'm
not-
on the clock. I'm going to write this down on my time card.
See, I think it's only a vacation if you have to set the clock in time to do something in the morning, or if breakfast stops by a certain time.
You got to get down there by 9 if you want the Continental.
Have you ever been on a fucking cruise?
No.
I've never cruised.
So I'm on one down in the Bahamas, right? And then you leave and they take you to this private beach, but they have somebody who's with you. And off the beach is this reef. So you can snorkel there, right? So I just fucking see it. I'm like, this is amazing. I grab the snorkeling stuff and they're like, hold on. We're all going to do limbo contests first, and we're going to, cook hamburgers, and we're going to have fucking tug of war. And I'm like, there's a fucking beach here with a reef. I'm snorkeling. They're like, but we snorkel. I'm like, fuck you. So I dive in. And me and my chick, we just have the fucking reef to ourselves for like 2 hours. It's amazing. It's this beautiful thing. And then all of a sudden, 2 hours into it, I'm snorkeling around and I look up and I just see this massive amount of people swimming, right? So I'm fucking laughing underwater. I'm fucking laughing at how ridiculous it look. The fucking guide girl, she dives down and they all follow her, trying to stay as close as they can. They have turned a fucking beautiful reef into Times Square. And I just fucking swim up out of the water and just start cooking myself a burger. Any burgers left? Perfect.
Because you had your own little tug of war. You did all the other stuff.
Yeah, then like on the way back, people were saying, "Oh man, you missed the Buddha belly contest. You missed fucking the guys dressing up in wigs and doing a hula dance." And I go, "I missed it, huh?"
It was the best part of the whole vacation.
Yeah, a fucking cruise is a nightmare. A nightmare.
I don't want to meet anyone on vacation.
Well, a lot of them, that's their thing. They go as a single, and then like we're all in a group together.
Right.
It's like pretend friends, I guess.
Yeah. Or couples meet other couples on cruises.
I guess and have sex with them.
I think that's what they do.
Couples are for swingers, right?
Couples are for swingers, right?
Cruises are for swingers. I'm retarded.
Damn, this guy can't
We know
talk.
that, Chris. That's why no one makes eye contact with you after any of your fucking sentences. Well, Johnny, you're not on vacation down there. You're
No,
more
not-
gay. It's considered gaycation.
I guess if that's what you want to call it. I mean, that's fine.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. And I don't paint myself into any corners, so it's fine.
No.
You can call it whatever you want.
I know.
I don't label anything. It's not.
You should, though, so you know what you're doing.
I guess. But then if
Before
you're
you end up
labeling
with a
things,
dick
it's like
in your mouth.
you label things, then it's not like you're on vacation.
That is true. When I go on a vacation, I take a labeler with me, and I just label it.
Oh God!
Light switch, TV, cup, saucer.
Stop labeling the hotel room.
Well, I got this labeler, and I just feel like I would have it. That way we know everything that we have here.
Gets in the way of the towels. A little scratchy.
So, Johnny, you never did a cruise for yourself?
No. I would like to try a cruise, but my wife has some sort of fear of cruises. She feels that if she is too far away where she can't see land, she'd freak out.
It's a fear of both.
Yes.
That's specific.
But here's the thing. Most of those cruises, you stay pretty, unless you're doing a cross thing. Like if you go down to Miami from New York, I think that you're just right off the beach the whole way down. But what's always funny, these massive ones leave out of New York. And you can see them partying, and this is the West Side Highway. People just like, yeah! And just like,
feeling hot, hot, hot. You're still in the city.
So that's the good thing about that is like you can start getting drunk immediately.
Right.
As the cruise leave. It's not like on a plane, like when you're like, we haven't even got there yet. I'm already hating this vacation. The thing of a vacation of packing, fucking getting a car to the airport, going through all the airport shit, fucking taking off, landing, then getting to the hotel, unpacking. You can be like, that day is a shot, fucked up day.
Done. And then you have this pressure of like immediately relax after all that. Like,
this is great, honey. This is what I needed. So fucked up at work, and now I'm sitting here with this big banana daiquiri. Feels great.
See, that's why rolling down the shore, an hour and 10 minutes, you're at your house and you just relax. It's easier.
And then I'll just have a notebook and pen with me, and I'll just have a list like scream at Chris.
To do.
Make sure that fucking guy knows. All right, Johnny. Talk to you later, brother.
Later, Benningtons.
All right. He's down at the beach right now.
Mm-hmm. Not vacationing.
Not vacation. It's not far enough away. Put that crab down, mister. Here's Alan. Alan in North Carolina.
Hey, kids. How are you?
Well, we shake it loose together.
Hey, I just want to let you know, cruises are awesome. They are the best vacation you could ever have.
Tell me why.
Well, they drive for you. They cook for you. They clean the room. They give you entertainment if you want to be entertained. Or you can just do what I do, get on a boat for 7 days, take 2 books, hide in the corner, and do absolutely nothing. And have a great time.
Well, how are you having a great time, though?
Being away from everything. When I'm ready to eat, I just go walk to either the restaurant or the buffet.
Are you familiar with the food that they have on cruises, though?
Yes, I've been on 23 so far.
It seems to me the food is like a floating Luby's. You know what I mean? They're saying you can eat as much as you want, and I'm like, I don't know if I want any of this.
It's quantity over quality.
Yes, like any buffet.
Yeah, well, they go to the restaurant where they sit down and bring it to your table on linen and china. Perfect option.
I know that a lot of people must enjoy cruises because it's a gigantic business. But they said that it didn't used to, like, regular people never took cruises until the TV show Love Boat.
Until Love Boat.
And then it spiked up. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And anytime you're on a cruise, because I've done, comedy things on there before, somebody's always singing the Love Boat song and the fucking thing. It's just, it's nightmarish. But I'm glad that you enjoyed, sir.
Yeah, they're fun. They're not all awful. They can be awful, but for the most part, they're pretty good. You do nothing, and you just let them do the driving, cooking, cleaning, and whatever.
Right.
The food.
Yeah.
My God, the food.
Oh, God. I ate so much butterscotch pudding, I couldn't believe it. Loads of butterscotch pudding.
My friend's dad was telling me once that they had gone on a cruise, and he was bragging that he was like, and you can eat constantly. They can't stop you. You're allowed to eat whatever you want. It's all paid for. And he bragged that he went down for dinner and said, I'll have the surf and turf, but you're going to give me 2. And they were like, sir? And he was like, 2 meals for me. And he bragged about sitting there eating 2 steaks and 2 lobster tails. And he's like, and there wasn't anything they could do about it.
We're going to bring you 5 pies. 5 pies. I don't There's nothing about the cruise thing that appeals to me. I know lots of people must enjoy it. Now, Wiki took a cruise that was completely shut down and people were forced into their rooms because some fucking disease was spreading throughout the thing. Yeah.
That's
like
terrifying.
if there's a flu or something, everyone on the cruise gets it.
And you have to be quarantined. So
Yeah, everybody's quarantined. He spent the last couple days in his room, and they drop off the butterscotch pudding right there to your room.
That's nice.
As much as you want. Here's a bucket of it. You can't come outside your room, but here's a bucket of it. And a ladle to eat out of.
Here's a chum bucket full of butterscotch pudding.
Yeah, there's I was on one where they were you can skeet shoot off the bat.
What?
There was people you're just fucking firing a shotgun into the ocean.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's always fun to fucking shoot a shotgun, don't get me wrong. It just seemed bizarre. You know, you're skeet shooting, there's another guy fishing right next to you. Fucking believe this.
Was that set up by the cruise, or did someone just bring the shotguns on and figured, screw it?
Sam in Texas.
Hey, Ronnie, what's up?
Hey.
A couple of years ago, my grandpa and grandma went on a cruise, and Grandpa, he would go into the kitchen and get the cooks to make him fettuccine Alfredo for breakfast. And he kept eating fettuccine. And a week after they got back out from the cruise, they found him dead in the toilet from a heart attack.
Too much fettuccine?
Yeah, fettuccine 3 meals a day for a week. In his 70s.
They can't stop you. You can eat as much fettuccine as you want.
It's good stuff. All right.
All right. That's fantastic.
More cream sauce, please.
I didn't get to our buddy J-Bone, but he had a spy report.
Spy report.
That there was a free Stevie Wonder show in Philadelphia tonight.
Oh, nice.
So anyone there in Philadelphia who wants to go out and hear Ribbon in the Sky, this is your time.
And you know you do.
Ribbon in the Sky. That's when Stevie Wonder turned into Sammy Davis for no apparent reason.
He had a face.
Yeah. He slowed it down at a certain point in his life. You know, the Sharon Stone Gets Naked passed away everywhere. She's 57 years young. And I don't know whether this is up on the iBank. I don't know if these are touched up pictures, but she sure as hell does look good.
She looks stunning.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't have that overly touched up look.
No?
I mean, if they did do it, they did a very good job because a lot of times they end up just looking like weird aliens, but she looks stunning.
Well, I can't say enough good things about her.
Look at that smile. She's a doll.
Oh, yeah, she's a doll. Crazy, but a doll.
Was she the biggest sex symbol you think of her time? Would you call her the biggest sex symbol of the...
Well, that was the early 90s that she was. She had a lot of, like, who's the sex symbol right now? Who's the sex symbol of this time?
I don't know. Angelina Jolie?
Still?
You think that's already
I would have
passed?
thought she was late 90s, early 2000s.
They mean now Kate Upton or Scarlett Johansson.
It's funny you brought up Kate Upton. I haven't heard of her for a long time.
Yeah. Ever since the Fappenings, she's kind of gone underground. She had that commercial during the Super Bowl for that video game. That's the last thing I've seen her do.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. It just seemed like she decided to get quiet. We had of the early 80s when Bo Derek came in here.
Yeah.
That just drove me crazy to see her and see how sweet she is. But, the sex symbol is funny because there's always a TV sex symbol. Then there's a model sex symbol. Then there's a movie sex symbol. And then sometimes there's just someone who's just fucking stone sexy. That Edie Sedgwick type thing that you just, they're literally just sexy and not doing anything with it.
You're just famous for sexiness.
I don't know who would probably have been the sex symbol though of that entire time.
Cindy Crawford.
Crawford was big.
Cindy Crawford but she was so wholesome. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be too wholesome,
right? You have to have the fantasy of something
Right.
could happen. If I met her,
And something really fucking dirty could happen. I think that's what people liked about, let's say, Sophia Loren or Raquel Welch.
Right.
Because they gave off a little bit of, I don't know if you can keep up with me, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're fucking getting in the ring with fucking Ali.
Gave that freak nasty vibe.
Maybe that is. Maybe his freak nasty girlfriend. Joe's freak nasty girlfriend.
Yeah, she's like a sex symbol.
Joe wrote to me if he could get a vacation with us, even though he's only been here for 3 weeks. So I wrote back to Chris, can he do everything? But Chris never answered me. So I take that. I'm sorry, Joe.
It's okay.
They would have, and I know you wanted to go back home, see your parents, right?
Yeah, I'll just tell him no.
Skype with him.
Do you feel like he can't get his work done? Because I said, he'd have to look. You're not even.
No,
you won't look at me. Do you feel like he can pull it off?
I think Joe might be able to pull off.
The might is what fucks you up, Joe.
I know.
Might is what I don't want to hear as I'm going over 100 miles away,
Mm-hmm.
making it an official,
Unofficial
vacation. Here's Bruce and Delco.
Hey, you guys were talking about cruises earlier, Ronnie, and got a question for you. My ex-wife is getting married at a resort and invited my 2 kids down. Cost them $5,000 apiece, takes a week's vacation to go to her wedding, and she ain't paying for it. Now, is that selfish, or does she not want my kids there?
First of all, where's this wedding at?
I don't know, some fucking resort, Sandals, one of those all-inclusive places down there. But what do you think about people who have those weddings, vacation weddings, where they make you take a week's vacation and put out $5,000 to $10,000 to go to their wedding?
I love it because I can never figure out where I want to go. And I like packing a suit when I travel. You know what I mean?
Great.
That's fun. I love walking out on the beach at sunset with shoes on. You know what I mean? Because that makes it a comfortable thing. And I like having a week all about somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When I can get a week away at some place I've never dreamed of going and spend a lot of time toasting. And I admire her for doing this because, let's face it, she's a young girl. This is her one and only wedding. So why wouldn't she want her children to fly there?
Her first wedding was in Rose Tree Park, and we had the reception back at our apartment in Upper Darby.
That's great. That's the best kind. For me, I love those kind. To me, a firehouse wedding, I'll take over everything else.
Absolutely, but I, you guys were talking about cruises and doing all that shit. I can't understand why anyone would ever make you spend that kind of money and take that kind of time off for that.
Let's face it, the balls that takes to tell other people, I want you to fly here.
And in the circumstance where you cannot do it, they're very offended. Like, you're not going to be there. I needed you there.
To the piece.
Dude, I wouldn't go to somebody's fucking wedding if they were getting married at Shade 45. I'm not going to go over there. I know. I'm not going to go over there and listen to a bad band or DJ and eat fucking chicken. You're taking up my whole Saturday.
Well done steak, too.
That's rare when you get the overdone steak. You know what I mean? That's an uptown wedding. And that fucking dry salad that comes around and everyone's annoyed. Oh, and by the way, now everyone makes sure they get a piece of the worst cake of all time.
Sometimes there's a fish option, like a breaded cod that was previously
frozen. Are your kids going, Bruce?
No, they asked me. They both asked me if I would pay for them. I go, for my ex-wife's wedding? I went, absolutely not. And she ain't paying for them. No, they're not going.
How old are the kids?
30 and 27.
Yeah, they fucking Skype. Just
They'll
Skype.
have their own goddamn money right by
that's
now anyway, right?
Yeah, you're right not to pay for that.
Yeah.
Plus, she's crazy.
That's nuts.
To make a big deal at this point of her life.
Why do you think I'm divorced from her?
I know that's the best movie you ever made, Bruce.
I believe so.
You know what? Fucking just shit in a box, wrap it up, and mail it down to her, and say, let me give this back to you after all the fucking years. All right, talk to you later, Bruce.
Ronnie.
Peace.
See you later. Thank you, buddy.
I think your second wedding has to be more low key than your first.
Absolutely.
And third probably shouldn't even be a wedding. Should be like, we made this official, and just so you guys know, we're married now. Like, no more ceremonies.
Anyone who does a big third wedding, it's almost announcing that you're fucking unbearable. No one can live with you.
How much money do you have?
I just wanted you all to know I'm a crazy person.
But I got news for you, too. I don't like to go to a wedding with people that are in their late teens, early 20s either, because then you're like, the fucking odds of these two rabbits being able to make the long run.
Not gonna happen, guys.
Yeah. I like when, but at that age, too, the only thing I do like about it is somebody will threaten the groom. If you ever fucking lay a hand on her. Like, you never have to do that with an adult, but you got to do it if fucking Joey Jojo's marrying someone. You got to go over. If you fucking lay one hand on this girl, I will fucking smash your nose into your fucking brain. Now come here and give me a hug. I'm serious. I'll fucking kill you.
I guess?
Yeah, you better fucking guess.
Okay.
Here, put your mouth on the gun right now. Fucking
whole thing?
suck on the barrel.
All right.
Suck on the barrel and just remember what the steel tastes
Doing
like.
this for your daughter.
You know what else, too, is just you go to these fucking weddings and it's the same hacky songs, and now they have props and they try to go fucking viral because the bridesmaid is going to sing to everybody. And you would just hear one heckle in the middle of one of those viral videos, and that would be me yelling, "I hate your whole family."
Well, the last few weddings I went to, you know, they'll post, you know, with all the signage and stuff, they'll post the hashtag.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's the thing now.
What?
Every wedding has a personalized hashtag.
Yeah, every wedding has
Who's getting married? Fat Jewish?
Hey, he's ripping my hashtag off.
But yeah, they have a hashtag that they encourage you to post your pictures to the hashtag so we can all share our social media pictures together.
Then it's the fucking thing where some guy, he dances with like the flower girl on his feet and everybody acts like it's cute.
It's the first
Like,
time
oh
that's
my
ever
God,
happened.
that's adorable. And I go, I've seen this my whole life. I was the little flower girl being danced on a man's fucking shoes. That's how old this bit is.
But it's hashtag now.
Hashtag sweetest little groomsman ever. Oh, Jesus. Dennis, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Ron? You're slamming disc jockeys and bands.
Oh,
well, I did a
God.
wedding for a woman. Her first husband died, so she hired me to do the second wedding. She divorced him, and then I did the third wedding, and he died. So I'm kind of good on like every second. I'm kind of waiting for the fourth wedding.
First of all, I think it was probably the music that killed him. And second of all, Dennis, I'm not Opie. I'm not putting up with this shit, okay? Get that straight. I don't put up with this DJ talk.
Well, DJ talk. I mean, hey, it's the next big thing. Look at these DJs making $200,000 for an appearance. They go into a nightclub and perform for an hour. The electronic dance music DJs, the EDM jocks, if you will.
Dennis, I'm just going to say it again. Opie's too good to you, and I'm going to let it go. And send me a telegram. Send a telegram to Opie from me.
All right.
From
Ron.
And I'll say to Opie.
To Opie.
Stop.
Stop.
From Ron.
From Ron.
Stop.
Stop.
Dennis.
Stop.
Stop. I don't know what it means.
Got it. I'm getting the teletype.
Opie's very good to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
They have a good bond. Good
It's
relationship.
all on one side. Now his feelings are hurt, and he'll love him in a simulator. And the Kings put that song out first. He's always tell me what the Kings put out first.
He knows a lot about the Kings.
Well, he knows a lot about music. He's like us, you know?
He's a music man.
I'll tell you, that fucking heat outside today, it's like we live in Mexico. California was incredibly hot over the weekend, too.
Yeah.
There were people, like, literally just dropping dead. Wow, the IBAN got that spy report up already.
Nice.
Sweet.
I'll be watching on October 17th. Tracy Morgan.
Oh, big day.
It's a big day.
Peter in Buffalo.
I got a hashtag for you, Ronnie.
What's
How
up?
about hashtag Weddington?
Weddington.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yes.
All right, peace. Chris, when are you going to have a big wedding?
I'm not sure. I haven't really made plans.
I'll get Don to pay for it. Put it at the Hard Rock.
Oh my gosh. Would you do that?
Sure, yeah.
You would?
Yeah, I'll have a radio wedding.
Seriously?
I'm not getting married anytime soon.
But would you have a radio wedding?
Yeah, I'd have a radio wedding.
If it was all paid for and everything?
Yeah. Let's do it in October.
You like October
Who's
weddings?
your best man
Fall
of the
wedding?
day? Dennis?
Probably Dennis Falcone.
Seriously. Jenny Hutt, it will be maid of honor.
Jenny, yeah. Or maybe Gail will be maid of honor.
Oh, thank you.
But be serious about this, because this is what happened with Dave, and it actually starts coming true.
Well, then no, I'm not. I don't plan on getting married.
You got a
anytime
beautiful trip to Vegas after, too.
I know it was a great trip, but I'm not.
And got the diamond ring.
What?
Yeah, we got the diamond
Yeah.
ring sponsored.
Yeah, a fat rock. But no, I'm not the marrying kind.
Stanley, do this.
I'm not the marrying kind. Too much commitment.
Joe, you think you would ever marry Freak Nasty?
No. No. I don't know. Maybe. Well, no. No, I don't.
Where do you upload her pictures at on the on the internet?
See her at freakbodywaters.com.
Would you put pictures of her up on the iBang?
No.
It's clickbait.
I don't think I would.
What
I mean,
about without the face?
I would talk to her about it. Yeah, maybe without the face, but that'd be a conversation.
What is this, like Face Off?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Chris, I got a break here. I heard Dennis's feelings. Apparently, I heard Dennis's feelings and Opie's feelings. Everybody's feeling bad
No.
about me saying just stop. Let's break. Right back is Bennington.
You're listening to Bennington on Raw Dog 99, Sirius XM's Comedy Club.
Gail, I got to tell you something. This is an exciting new show.
What is it?
It's Saturday, August 22nd. And it's on Stars, and it's the outrageous comedy Blunt Talk. Starring Patrick Stewart. Created by our hero, Jonathan Ames. And executive produced by Chris's hero, Seth MacFarlane. Patrick Stewart is Walter Blunt, a British import, intent on conquering the world of American cable news through his nightly interview show, while he sees himself on a mission to impart wisdom and guidance to the American people. Anyway, this is the read, but Richard Lewis actually plays the therapist.
Oh,
in
man.
this.
I love Richard Lewis.
Well, you're going to love him in this because he's good at therapy. Here's what the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, am I looking at Patrick Stewart or our buddy Anthony? Because that's who he reminds me of. It looks like Anthony on his podcast. He's surrounded by network bosses, a dysfunctional news staff, numerous ex-wives, and children of all ages. And Blunt's only support is the alcoholic manservant he brought with him to Los Angeles. You're guaranteed a bizarre and hilarious ride while watching this show, with Patrick Stewart in a role unlike anything you've ever seen him in. Sex, drugs, and a string of entertainingly strange characters populate the world of Blunt Talk. You don't want to miss it. Catch the new comedy Blunt Talk Saturday, August 22nd, 9 o'clock. I've seen 5 episodes now.
Really? How'd you get those?
Well, I'm a big deal in this business. But like I said, if you watch this, it reminds me of a lot of people that I've known in this business. And I don't know what it is about Jonathan Ames. He's never done anything that I'm not a gigantic fan of.
He's awesome. I love him.
What was the name of the Brooklyn show that he did all those years? Bored to Death.
Bored to Death, yeah.
Bored to Death was a brilliant show. And he wrote and produced all that. His writing is great. And Patrick Stewart, you might know him a little bit from the Star Trek.
Yes, he's beloved. The beloved Patrick Stewart.
Well, he's also beloved on the Instagram and Twitters and I don't know what else. Pinterest. I think his Pinterest is amazing.
Always pinning.
So, He's bumbling. He's lovable. And there's some uncomfortable young hot girls in that. It's not that the girls are uncomfortable, but you'll be somewhat like the age difference. What was that big scratch? Did you hear just like an amazingly deep scratch? You get it, Chris? What was it, a skater bite?
Not sure.
I'll just tell you this too. One of my favorite scenes, he has trouble in a toilet at an airport and misses his flight. It's great humor. Blunt Talk. We all need a show that we can be talking about on this show the following Monday. That's my favorite thing. When we all have a show that we love so much that Mondays we're talking about it. I believe I have the show for us. Stars. Blunt Talk. Saturday, August 22nd, 9 o'clock, only on Stars with a Z. That is what's known as the Ballad of Chris Stanley. What I gotta do.
You're always singing that.
I love it.
I love that song so much, and I love her so much.
Adore Bridget Everett. Love
She's
her.
the best. Who do you like better, Bridget Everett or Chrissy Everett?
Ooh, Bridget.
Not even close for you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How about Bridget Everett or Chad Everett?
Chad Everett.
Yeah, he's another 70s TV star. There goes to show you, he probably was the biggest TV star of his time. I don't know what show it was. I think it was, I don't know, Emergency or ER or one of those doctor shows.
A doctor show?
Yeah.
I don't even know, so I'm gonna go Bridget.
Medical Center.
Look how Chris acts like he thought of it, but I heard him tapping.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
No, you're not like Fat Jewish. You actually thank the people who give you love.
Let me see a pic of him.
Chad Everett?
Mm-hmm. Chad Everett. Does not ring a bell.
That was all before your time.
It's before my time.
Your time was really just 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. But it's over already.
Yeah,
It's just
your
really
time's
sad.
over. Your time came and went.
Real quick.
Like a butterflies. You flew. You sang. You screamed. And that's it. Your time's over.
I lived the short life of a monarch. Butterfly.
Right now, I consider this the summer of Joe List.
Mhm.
Because he is on a big show called Last Comic Standing. By the way, Dan, I saw this today on the iBang that all the young comedians in New York were sleeping out to do sets for the new TV show. I think it's called Stand Up NBC. Were you one of those comedians?
I was absolutely not. No.
Why?
You did that bit about your adopted sister.
That's your big joke.
That bit, man.
It's that annual thing they do. It's like stand up for diversity, and so people camp out all night. It's like an annual contest where people will, they'll pitch tents and they'll, line up
Well,
at
what do
midnight
they
until
do?
the next day. So they do these auditions, and I think you get like 1 minute to audition for whoever, and then it's for diversity. So they're looking for more black people or women or something.
Black people or women or something.
I'm neither of those things.
Right.
So I just got some sleep.
Okay, because you didn't even stand a chance.
No.
Even though I always thought that you were Spanish because you grew up in Spanish Harlem, and you said you're 1/8 Jewish.
8/8.
8/8 is 100%.
Right.
At both, so your mother and father are both Jewish.
Yeah, but we'd celebrate Christmas growing up. Like we'd get a Christmas tree. It wasn't even a Christian thing. It's just a cooler holiday.
All right, but in terms of being Jewish, if you were getting something, would you click off as Jewish? Let's say.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say I was Christian, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're both.
The answer would be yes. You're Jewish. You are Jewish.
Of Jewish descent.
Of Jewish ancestry.
Yes. So you should have been there.
Yeah, you
you're a minority, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
In like entertainment.
In the
In the
United
world.
States of America, you're considered a minority. Joey JoJo is not. He's a majority. Chris Stanley, a majority.
That's right.
Joe's Puerto Rican.
But
is he really?
He just
No.
doesn't read his Puerto
Do you
Rican.
put yourself down as Hispanic?
Yeah, when I'm applying for stuff, I'll always put
my
Hispanic.
God.
That's really.
Joe.
That's so bad for Puerto Rican people.
It got me, saved me money at college.
I know, but
no.
it's taken money away from actual minorities.
I know, but I'm also technically a minority on paper.
The fact that you're even saying technically bothers me.
Okay, I also am a minority on paper.
You're white bread from Minnesota.
Sí, claro.
Oh, please don't try to talk Spanish.
Oh, ¿qué pasó, Pepper?
We heard you talking Spanish. so
Oh,
we actually
órale,
knew.
Pepper, ¿qué pasó?
Yeah.
They got annoyed with him, too. And this wasn't even like a Hispanic person. It was someone who learned fucking as their third language. And they're like, Joe, you're not making sense.
I told them a joke in Spanish.
I hope fucking Donald Trump ships you back to wherever you came from.
I mean, you can't even
Minnesota.
pull off a joke in English, so.
No, that's true.
Gail!
What?
It's fucking
jokes.
true, Joe.
Oh,
She's
no.
right. No one wants to tell you. You're not funny.
Gail!
Gail's leading
Just
the
speaking the
charge,
truth.
but we're all there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean,
it's true.
easy to get this posse together.
Okay.
Best friends.
I don't even have to be a best friend to say Joe's not funny. And
Phil.
first of all, what Puerto Rican ever wore that fucking shirt? That is
Tell
the
you
white
one.
breadest shirt of all time.
Right, one right here, right now, wearing this shirt. This Puerto Rican.
Where do you even get it? A place called Dead Dads?
Oh, no.
I got it at Uniqlo in Soho.
Mm. Very cool.
Yeah, very
Nice.
cool, hip.
What'd you pay for it?
I mean, money's not an issue for me. So
I
like
know that.
30,
It's just for the rest of us.
like it was like $30.
$30
Yeah.
for that piece of shit.
Yeah, but it's good quality. It lasts a long time.
Did you feel anything hit you in the back? It should have been your fucking change.
Yeah, it was my receipt. I paid credit.
I know
Mucho.
money's not an issue for you.
Mucho
know.
pesos.
As with most Hispanics, you got nothing but. You came to this country with a lot of money. You hope Puerto Rican gets made a state?
I mean, if they choose to, I think they should have the same rights that states have in, the House and in the Senate. I think they should vote for president, too.
So, yes.
So I guess yes.
Doc about the library we did for Blunt Talk, Doc Intoxicated said, "Isn't that Hicks's podcast?"
That's High Society Radio.
Now, that's about marijuana, right?
Occasionally, yeah.
Do you understand that you're now considered a middle-aged man? And the fact that you do something called High Society?
Yeah. Well, Patrick Stewart's old gentleman, his show's Blunt Talk. So I feel like I'm in good company.
Well, that's not that kind of blunt. I know because I've seen 5 episodes.
Nice.
Lucky. You get all the good stuff.
I've always been lucky at love and getting early episodes to things.
How are you at cards, though?
Really lucky.
What? That's
Yeah,
unfair.
a lot of times I don't even look at the cards. I'll just go, I think I won. I'm pushing all in. And I always win. Every time I go to Vegas, I win. And every time I go to the track, I win.
God, you are lucky.
Lucky in everything.
Is there anything you're unlucky in?
Yes, radio. Very unlucky in radio.
Well, you have us.
Yes. That made my point.
Oh.
My agent said to me the other day, what's your name again? Let me look you up through here. Bennington. Nope. Don't see anything there. What I gotta do? Man, it looked like a big star's coming through when you look at the size of that camera there, huh?
No. If that's
and
any.
Spencer's. Joey, go find out if there's a big star coming in.
Got it.
Hunt him down.
Which cool person are you going to send there?
I'm sending Yukon Cornelius there.
Just call him back.
All right, Yukon, get
Before
back
he'll
here.
get in trouble.
He'll get in
He's going to do a
trouble, Yukon.
voiceover for us still, and I want this to be big for him.
I know.
Okay.
And aren't we going to put it together a voiceover tape for him?
Yes,
Is that
we
still
are.
being-
Mhm.
What's going to be on his voiceover tape?
We're going to make a nice little reel for him, and we're going to write up a couple things for him to say, put a little production around it, and send it to the right people, because this kid's got talent.
Yukon, come on over and just say, come over and go like this tonight, right? Just go like this, Yukon. This is going to be your line, all right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Just say, tonight feels like an Arby's night.
Tonight feels like an Arby's night.
See, I worry about his breathing.
Right.
He's got the voice.
You need some training with
But you
the
need a little
breathing.
training with that. Try it again.
I can breathe. Tonight feels like an Arby's night.
I also feel like he's rushed it, too.
Yeah.
slower.
Explain the breathing to him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find places that like give you power behind your breath, but you're not gonna be breathing in the middle of your sentences. You're gonna find places where your breath will help you express what you need.
Is there something he could do for that?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to breathe through your through your diaphragm, filling up here when you inhale, as opposed to a lot of times when people inhale, they actually suck their stomach in.
All right, guys don't wear diaphragms.
That's gonna be a problem. We're gonna have to get you fit for one of those.
That shouldn't be a problem.
What's one of the coffee sayings that they have? Like,
good to the last drop.
yeah, you could just say the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
See, I think that he has the voice for it, but I don't think he has the sensitivity to the read.
Yeah.
I'm worried about his pauses.
They also, a big thing in voiceover is that you can hear your smile.
Yeah.
So when you're happy to say something, there's a way to smile where it doesn't mess up your read, but it sounds like, oh, the person's getting enjoyment from that coffee.
Give us an example.
So the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Oh, man.
You could hear me smile on that second part.
Beautiful. That was
That's
beautiful. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
It sounds like a threat. It sounds like
That was a threat?
Yeah,
Are you going to pour that on me?
It's going to happen if I don't drink Folgers.
Folgers in your face.
So you don't want to let on to that, okay?
There's poison in it.
Maybe you don't want to be a voiceover star.
No, I do.
What's another big marketing saying that he could say for us? Wait, there goes the star by.
What is that?
I believe it's Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, damn.
Now, who was it?
Actor Josh Lucas.
Oh, Josh Lucas. He was in a big movie of some kind,
Yeah,
right?
big time. Big time.
It's from Little Rock, Arkansas. Originally.
I never saw it. Is it good? Yeah, just give me the hometown. I know where people were born.
He's the son of a nurse midwife.
Well, Bunny Kickbutt said this. Joe is losing my respect one show at a time.
Oh my God.
Well, wait, let's let UConn say that. Joe is losing my respect one show at a time.
Joe is losing my respect one show at a time.
Oh,
that was
the
a good
best.
one.
Yeah.
Because you meant it.
Yeah, you're better when you're not smiling behind it. How about you try this? Because this is an old famous billboard and voiceover bet. Tired of having an itchy asshole? It's time for Preparation H.
Tired of having an itchy asshole? It's time for Preparation H.
That's really
Yeah, there was
nice.
some character
Yeah.
there. I liked
Yeah, there
it.
was some character. There was a pause.
It's just a matter of finding something that you enjoy. Preparation H.
Yes,
is that for
Preparation
me.
H, something that you work for. You don't like coffee, right?
No, don't drink coffee.
We could tell.
So maybe you think, shit, I wouldn't drink coffee, but if I was some kind of caffeine addict, I'd drink Folgers.
It's a starting point.
I think he's got it. You know,
Yeah.
he's got tons of potential.
I got great coaches. I just need to apply
We believe in you.
the coaching. I appreciate that.
You're going to do a voiceover for us today that we're going to send out, which I'm worried that you're not ready for it yet. I think that I'd love to see him go to a voiceover class. Is there any teachers that do that?
Yeah, I can find him some
Would
classes.
you be
There's
willing to
tons
do
of
that
them
for
in the
yourself?
city.
Very much so. Why wouldn't I be?
Because you've got the voice.
You are the voice.
Let's channel this voice into greatness.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
The problem is you sound like an alcoholic.
I may be.
Oh, UConn.
Why don't you try this? My name is Chris, and I'm an alcoholic.
My name is Chris, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Hi, Chris. Welcome.
Welcome, Chris.
Still bottoming out, huh?
There's a bottom?
Fuck.
You're at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know, you pit.
Give it to me.
The bottom is that production work that you fucking handed in over the weekend. I just fucking laid my head on my own desk at home going like this. Why would he send this out? And then I went like this. Oh, I remember Chris.
Everything will be fixed.
That's not what anyone wants to hear.
It's going to sound great.
Yeah, but the thing is, you want to fix it before you have to say the work that I gave you needs to be fixed. Don't worry. Because when I left here, that was the last thing that you said to me.
Yeah.
This will be perfect. And then you sent it to me and it was fucking horrendous. And then today you didn't even sign off on Joe taking a vacation. Where you said he might, if anyone could do it, it might be Joe.
I could do it, Pepper.
That was fucking terrible.
He calls me last night. He's like, "Will you have Wi-Fi?" I'm like,
Well,
"Yes, I know."
Well, yeah, I don't know where you are in the middle of Minnesota. I need you to have access
It's a civilized world.
to
I'm in a
satellite
city.
communication.
Where do we go in this country where we don't have Wi-Fi anymore? Death Valley?
Minnesota's a big state. I don't know where he's in the woods or whatever.
You know that he's from St. Paul.
Yeah.
Look up images of St. Paul and show me where all the wooded area is. The unaccessible wooded area. Look at the fucking building.
Well,
It's
there's
bigger-
no woods.
It's bigger than Astoria.
All
That's
right.
great.
Looks like quite a bit of pollution. I feel bad about no one liking Joe anymore.
I like you, Joe.
Thanks, Gail.
Just not your jokes.
I don't like your comments.
That's fair.
I'm kidding.
Best part of waking up. Jay Peters wrote this. Not sure if you played a Dick song or broadcast Chris Stanley's thoughts on air.
It's kind of both.
The former.
Pink Floyd said they're not getting together. Still.
No!
When's the last time they were together? 1981? How long has it been?
There's a certain point where a band doesn't need to announce that they're no longer together.
Well, here's what I think happens. Every time those guys go out, people ask them, are you guys getting back together? And then they'll go, no, we told you. And then they'll put it out as if that's the story. Pink Floyd not getting back together.
Didn't think so.
2005, a Live 8.
When did they really get together? Oh, we all saw Live 8. But that was just a one-off. We're trying to save the world. And they did 2 songs in the middle of a million people doing 2 songs.
Right, but when's the last time they did like a proper tour?
Yeah. It's The Wall.
Yeah, Waters left in 85. So, yeah, 85.
Oh, I didn't even know it was that late.
Still, I still don't think you need to officially announce we won't be going on tour. We won't be.
But is it official if someone asked you in the street? You know what I mean? Like if someone said, are you getting back together with your ex-boyfriend? You can't say no comment. You just have to say no. And then they'll go, Gail, not getting back together with ex-boyfriend.
It's the truth.
I'm officially announcing this. Artie's got something to add about our voiceover king. Artie.
Enter the pop warrior, held in thrall to 6 tiers.
Mm.
All right, Ben Fung Torres wants us to say this.
Hi, Ben Fung Torres.
In a world where mediocre voice actors can make it big. Try that one.
You better nail this, too.
More time.
In a world where mediocre voice actors can make it big.
In a world where mediocre voice actors can make it big.
That's pretty good.
It's good, man. It's really fucking right there.
Like,
right in the middle.
Perfect. Like, it's just, needs a little molding. But you have the raw talent.
All right, here's what Bunny Kickbutt's problem with Joe is. What do you think it is, Chris?
His humor.
Yeah, general silliness.
No, this is something specific.
Really?
He fucks and tells.
Oh.
The fact that you treat your freak nasty like a hua.
Oh, I mean, yeah, she does the same thing, though. It's
She whores you out
Got
too?
naked pictures of you?
Yeah.
She does?
Yeah, she does.
Oh my
That's the ones I'd rather see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what? Why?
What are you doing?
Freak
You're just
nasty
sitting there with your finger in your own ass?
I like
my
to
God.
put my finger up my ass, spread the balls, spread the cheeks.
Spread the balls.
Undershots, overshots, side shots.
Spread
the balls. I didn't even know that was something that people were interested in doing.
That's what she's into. What can I
You
say?
that fat signal bit again? Is that what you're doing? Fucking disgusting. Bunny's right about you. You're a piece of fucking garbage on a garbage fucking scale.
Hashtag Team Bunny.
Yeah, Team Bunny. Hashtag that up too, would you, Chris?
Got it.
Hashtag Team Bunny.
Hashtag Team Bunny.
Let's see if we can't, turn on Joe. All right, here's Spider said this. I don't know how I feel about Joe, but his parody songs suck balls.
I don't know how I feel about his tweets, but they fucking sick bows.
I think that his songs spread balls, which I think is a positive.
Sounds like it. If Freak Nasty wanted a picture of spread balls, this is a good thing.
There's a Gail quote. I don't even know if you said. This says, Ron says, I feel bad. Nobody likes Joe. Gail says, I like you, Joe, just not your jokes.
I did say that.
Exact the quote, though?
Yeah, I just said that like
Verbatim.
minutes ago.
All right, hashtag Team Bunny. That. I don't know why I heard something completely different. I had a fucking, here's the thing, like, I don't know whether my brain's being fucking eaten up by maggots, but, so I'm talking to Fez on the way in here, and he, like, sounds like, oh my God, buddy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, he really sounds bad, and he goes, oh God, everyone laughed so much you sent in the Sports Illustrated. I thought in my head, oh fuck, did we ever send that Sports Illustrated? But he's telling me that we did. And then I think, fucking Chris didn't have me sign anything with it.
What?
And I'm like, no, we did.
You didn't remember that at first?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe I was in shock because of how bad he sounded today.
Yeah, it must have been because, we all wrote a little something and it was a nice little moment. You don't remember?
Yeah, there's no sense of kicking me to death. I just fucking said I forgot something. Now everyone's
maggot
fucking
brain
pounding.
over here.
Just fucking beat the shit out of me. Fucking smacking me around with a rubber hose like I know who fucking sold the crack to the dead kid. I don't I tell you, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. It was Chris Stanley.
No.
That's it. I saw him do it. I'll testify. I can't take the pain. So this is what Fez said to me. He says, today, they fucking ripped the bandage off his chest, right? So he can see what's there. And he's saying they've stuck him together with chicken wire.
Oh, God.
He goes, I hope they did my heart better than they did my fucking breastplate because it looks so, he goes, it looks like something my dad built in the backyard.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going, you're attacking your dad, but you don't even have bit of your own physical work that you could compare this to. He also said that the pain is so fucking bad that if this ever happens again, he said that he would rather die.
Oh, no.
He says it's just unbelievable. He goes, he felt like he was shot in the chest with a shotgun. And since then, he feels like a car keeps hitting him. And he said this to me. I'm going to do an impression. He's like, you'd be surprised. Anywhere you move your body, your chest feels it. He goes, I move my leg, my chest hurts. If I move my fingers, my chest hurts.
Oh, no.
He says everything's connected, Ron. Everything. And then they want to get him out of there soon, so he's fucking freaked about it.
Yeah, he likes to stay monitored.
And yet they try to get you out because there's so many fucking flesh-eating diseases.
Yeah, get an abscess or something.
Yeah, just hospitals are just fucking awful places. So they're like, we want you to go home. He's like, how? Like in a car, like a moving car that hurts everyone? Every bump hurts like that? But this is how he sounds right now. And then it was all like, well, I love you, pal. You know what I mean? Like that thing. Like maybe you're talking your fucking great grandmother, you know? I just want to say, oh, dude, you sound so awful. What you do, get your fucking breastplate opened up and all the heart stuff? Here's the other stuff that he is telling me. I didn't know this. So he says his stents are still in there, but those arteries are just dead arteries. You don't use them anymore. I go, well, what happens? He goes, well, they bypass it. I go, they bypass the arteries. And he's like, yeah. I go bypassing them, and then I'm like, oh yeah, they call it a bypass. I didn't fucking think of that.
I guess I never really thought why they were bypassing. I thought we got rid of those things.
No, they're still there. They're just useless. You just run another canal, another blood canal, they call it.
And the stents stay, huh?
Yeah, the stents, they're just a junkyard in his chest.
Yeah, space junk, really.
And I said, and he was like bitching. I go, dude, you want a nice big fucking scar.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
you
what I
want
mean?
like a big pirate scar up your chest.
I mean, if you're gonna have it, you want kids to fucking ask you questions and
Like,
shit. Like,
what's
what's
that?
wrong with you? Mike said that UConn has the calm voice of a wildlife narrator.
Ooh.
He should focus on wildlife programs. I don't know if any of those voiceover guys can focus on one specific thing.
I know that they like the English actors to do those often.
Oh, fuck them. Let's go up against them.
Yeah.
Ken in Ohio.
Yeah, I just heard your comment on the open heart surgery.
So?
Great guy, I think. They're great at what they do as far as opening you up and fixing it, but when it comes to closing, they really don't care, and they throw some staples in it. Chest looks like Frankenstein for a few years till the thing heals, and that's about it.
Is it going to be a nice big scar for him, though?
Oh, yeah, big scar. The only thing I don't agree with, I literally, honestly, I had zero pain after it was done. I think about 5 days I was up and about and never had any discomfort from what I hear some of these people have gone through, so I guess
Isn't that weird?
Interesting.
He says he's in tremendous discomfort. I also said, does it feel like, you have blood pumping like before, and you notice? And he said that they wanted him like to wash himself today. And he said that he was so fucking exhausted.
Oh, no.
Just taking a fucking sponge to himself. They couldn't stand it.
I guess I got lucky with my guy. I didn't have any of that, and I actually was like within probably a week or so, you realize you got more energy and blood's flowing, and it was pretty amazing. Mine were like 95% clogged. I was pretty much a walking dead man. But
You didn't get any of the depression after the fact?
any what?
Depression?
Oh, mine, like I said, like I literally went in on a Thursday. They ran the camera up, said that clogged. Friday morning they did it. About 2 days in intensive care, 5 days I was out of the hospital, and I couldn't do anything, but felt great. Never had any questions. I think for what it was a good experience. I was expecting the worst hearing people's stories, but went very good.
Yeah, he was telling me for him the pain has just been unfucking bearable. And that's
Yeah.
with getting opiates the whole
Right.
time. I mean,
There-
if you're still feeling pain when you're on opiates,
It's pretty
Yeah.
severe then.
Yeah, most of the people I talk to say that. So the only thing I could say is I must have had the surgeon must have been a little more gentle than some of them. I guess I don't know.
how many how many bypasses did you have?
4,
4, same as him.
all 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get bypasses, you get a scar in the leg, another scar in your chest, and they slice you and dice you pretty good. I'll tell you.
All right, thank you. Tim Knight actually says this. They must have really butchered Faz. When I got my triple bypass, I didn't feel any pain and didn't have any pain meds.
What?
Well, we know Fez is always really susceptible to pain, though.
Yeah.
I mean, even if someone brushes up against him, he feels like it hurts.
He's protective of his own feet, even.
Well, he always worries somebody's going to step on his toes.
Yeah, he doesn't want his toes stepped on.
And he did that really at an early age. He'd be like, stop running near me. Was stepped on my fucking toes, you little piece of shit. Like, why are you yelling at the interns and going against stuff for us? And we were always like, who cares if someone steps on your foot?
Just the foot. Come on.
Doesn't hurt, does it?
I'm going to get him some, like, steel tip boots. That's what he needs.
I love. Here's the thing: if you ever had steel tip boots, because they used to give it to us for work, all you want to do is get in a fucking kick fight after that. You're just like you're in fucking place. Somebody gives you like, I will kick your fucking face in, literally with my steel tip boots.
You'd be kicking like an open micer.
Good callback from earlier.
Thanks.
I thought it was open micker. It's weird because his Florida fucking doctors do not think much of the New York doctors. Think that they're shit, if I'm
Right.
to be honest.
Did not approve of some of the methods they went with for him, right?
They think that they're assholes. But then they also said that it might have been up to Fez, and that Fez said he'll do anything but getting the operation. And his sister said, well, like when the guy said, a lot of times they'll wait for the patient. If the patient doesn't want to do it, they'll do the stents. And she said that Fez just didn't say anything. He just sat there.
Oh, no.
No, they've been telling him forever.
No.
Because it doesn't make sense that the New York doctors would be so far off.
Well, Mr. New York centric, you think that New York's best about everything.
Yeah, I do.
Leeds was screaming that at me the other day, that the New York doctors were better than any Florida. First of all, Leeds acted like he was getting it done in a mash tent in a swamp. I'm like, it's fucking Florida. It's a modern place.
Down in
you
the
get
bayou?
down there and there's big fucking bugs crawling all around the hospitals. I go, it's not Africa. It's fucking inside. I wonder what Josh Lucas is promoting. Do you know, Chris?
Yeah, I'll find out.
And tell us what his biggest role was, though.
Mhm.
Okay.
Not
It
just
seemed
his
like they
birthplace.
played a little too much fucking, attention to him coming in.
I'd say his biggest role was he was in A Beautiful Mind.
I didn't say it. Is it good?
It was all right.
Was he the fucking star?
No, he was like one of the apparitions or one of the things he's
He
seen.
wasn't an apparition. There was only one apparition.
Delusion.
There was only one, the English guy.
He was the English guy. He was the English.
It was not the English
He
guy.
wasn't?
You're a fucking lunatic. Why would they get an American to play the English guy? It was one of the apparitions. Suddenly he's Ebenezer Scrooge.
He was seeing ghosts in that movie, right? All right, here. So I'd say his biggest role is Beautiful Mind, and he's in here for.
First of all, the role that he played was just a guy that he barely knew in A Beautiful Mind. It was a guy from college. That couldn't be his biggest
As
role.
a college buddy?
Yeah.
Just one of the friends?
He was a guy that ended up like beating him out for stuff because he wasn't fucking mental.
Right. He didn't have a beautiful mind.
That's the thing that we got to steal from the English. That's mental.
You're mental.
Yeah, that's where we drop the R word that everyone hates.
Mm-hmm.
We should use the M word that everyone loves.
He's in here today to promote The Mend.
Was the Fez Watley Hart story?
No, new independent film.
Ooh, that chicken wire.
Fez was not happy, by the way, with what fucking Chris Stanley wrote in his Get Well card.
I wrote love, Chris Stanley, dearest Fez. I mean, those are nice things.
What else did you write?
I also wrote, I believe, stay hydrated. I believe that'll help. And that can't believe you can throw 93 miles per hour now.
And why would you say that to him?
It was a callback from the show that we just did before we signed the.
I love the fact that he said callback. He fucking stole a line of mine that I did. And that Fez has no fucking idea because he was opiated.
You're going to
he goes,
disorient him like that.
He goes, Chris Stanley had to put one of his wise ass remarks in there.
I love Fez. I thought it'd be fun in this time of need.
Why wouldn't you say something that had to do with you and him? Not something that you heard me say earlier in the show that day.
I should have went for a more deeper connection.
Something from the heart for the heart.
Wow, I love that.
I should have wrote that down.
Mm-hmm.
From my heart to your broken heart.
Mm-hmm. It breaks my heart.
Oh, but not as bad as yours, not clinically.
Also, I love the band Heart.
Who doesn't? You should just want "What's Up, Barracuda," and then wrote "bum bum 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 bum." Here comes the lyrics. We're having some fun singing lyrics to you. And we got Piano Week this week too.
I'm very excited about Piano Week.
Who are you going to pick for yours?
No spoilers.
You got somebody picked out though?
I have someone.
Is it rockabilly or later in life?
It is later than rockabilly.
Is it rock and roll piano or?
It's rock and roll. With the emphasis on roll.
Are you almost done your fucking resume that you're writing up over there? Seriously, what the fuck is the constant typing? You never used to do that before.
This is just a very loud keyboard.
Who are you writing to?
Oh, I was going to write you a note. Joe List is signed in downstairs.
Oh my God, that's what you're fucking typing to me?
Yeah.
Instead of just saying it?
So we could break.
Oh,
Come back.
How many
Joe.
times have you heard me say, just fucking tell me if something's happening?
You can just tell.
Joe List is here on his own
with Sarah Tolmash, stand-up comedian.
We'll break. We'll be back with these funny kids. It's Bennington.
Crowd the plate, and he'll put one in your ear. It's Bennington on Raw Dog 99, Sirius XM's Comedy Club.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Because in 1995, Tito Beverage had the idea of building his own microdistillery, incorporating the boutique winery concept into the spirits industry.
Seems like we're always getting into a conversation about Tito. You know, Tito Beverage.
You know, he acquired the first legal permit to distill in Texas.
Yeah, he said that to me the other day.
Also, I'll make sure you know that he put his life savings into it.
Yeah.
Racked up 19 credit cards to build his own copper pot stills and condensers.
19, huh?
Yeah, 19 credit cards.
I didn't even get 19 credit cards.
I can't even get one.
I don't want more than one. They keep
dangerous.
offering more. I know. I got the last thing I need is a fresh credit card on me. I'll end up starting a vodka company. I already know what I'd call it, too.
What's that?
Tito's. That way, I'll already be somewhat established.
Since he racked up all those credit cards, he's been awarded a 95 rating by Wine Enthusiast. When the unanimous judges...
Yeah, but it's not for racking up the credit cards. I mean, he did that because he has a fantastic vodka.
Oh, yeah. This is for... Yeah, these awards are for the vodka because he won the unanimous Judges' Choice Double Gold Medal at the World Spirits Competition.
You never bring this up, though. Did he end up paying back the credit card companies?
I don't know this for sure, but I believe so.
Let's just say this. I have an interest in that. Get it?
Yeah. Interest on those maxed out credit cards.
You never said that they were maxed out? Well, I guess he maxed out one and started the other.
Yeah.
At some point, they got to say, look, dude, this is too many credit cards. You're maxing them all out.
Where's this vodka at?
Plus, what was his limit? $500?
Not sure.
So nobody would give him a loan?
No. No, he had to do it all his own.
I wonder if it worked out for him.
Well, it has, because, you know, Tito's vodka has a modest paper label on a simple bottle. So all you pay for is the exceptional handmade vodka inside.
Hey, max out another credit card and get a nice label going.
And you know what? Tito still makes his...
Why you keep saying you know what? Just talk to us. Say
Tito-
you know what first.
Tito still makes his... He still makes the vodka.
Can I tell you something? I can't... You shaved. You got short hair. You look like Fred Flintstone's confused little brother.
It's a good look.
Look at Donald Trump with a baseball cap on.
I like that look, too.
And it says, "Make America Great Again." Then he has on these khaki pants and then white shoes. It looks like Judge Smales is trying to become president. You'll get nothing and like it. That's what he's going to yell to you now. Look at those pants. It's so funny. I guess he figured it was the weekend. He would just act like he was golfing.
He's just a regular dude.
Hmm?
Trump
is a regular dude?
He's just a regular dude to me, because that hat made me think that.
It's nothing regular about him.
That hat and the helicopter he came in.
The best thing that ever got said about him, in my opinion, well, two things. It's when it was from his TV show that they went up to his apartment, and Penn said that it looked like a whale suite in Vegas, which is such a small thing to hit because there's only like 10 of them, but they're these gaudy penthouse apartments that you give to Asian businessmen to get them to stay and keep losing money, and that was funny. And then the other thing that Penn said about him said when you're up close that his hair looks like urine cotton candy. And both those lines just kill me to no end.
Tito's handmade vodka is distilled 6 times.
You know what?
Yeah.
I forgot we're in the middle of a live read for Tito's.
It's all Tito's.
But I mean, this is, it's an American dream thing. That's why you gotta love it.
It's distilled 6 times from 100% corn and is naturally gluten-free.
Always act like when someone's showing a chick around, just act like you're only checking out the chick. That's my thing I do. So Sam had this woman with him. I'm just like, she's the new girl in school.
Who's that?
She gave the whole kind of embarrassed thing, like, this is weird. Like, oh, what's happening with her? Tito's handmade vodka. The other place is a machine-made vodka, and you don't want those.
Now visit us at Tito'sVodka.com for recipes, songs, and more. 40% alcohol by volume, handcrafted to be savored responsibly.
Joe, is that you actually singing in the upper?
No, that's not me. Singing,
Okay, somebody sang with you.
But I could hit that note if needed.
Joe List and Sarah Tolomash are in studio. Last Comic Standing airs Wednesdays at 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Central on NBC. And you can see Sarah tonight at the UCB Theater in Chelsea with her sketch troupe, Bullshit Women, at 8 p.m.
You do stand-up and sketch.
And sketch-up.
You know, that used to be a big taboo.
Oh, really?
You would have to pick. And here's Second City would say, if you do this, you can't do stand-up. And you know who the first person who went against that? Mr. Jeff Garlin. Because Jeff Garlin said, no, I can do both. That's all he said to them. No, it does. It works.
And I will do it right now.
If you want me to play the big guy in the sketches, I also have to be able to go and do my stand-up.
But did it work out for him?
No, he was never heard of again. I don't know why. It's sad. You know, you guys came to the Brian Regan show.
We did, and we loved it.
That was great.
And years ago, I met Garland first and Regan right after that in Florida. This is 30 years ago. Those guys we're all just starting. And they were both hysterical in two completely different directions. Brian, professional from the beginning, funny, and then Garland, a madman, just a lunatic that no one could figure out.
Yeah, you told me about some of his earlier sets in there.
He would walk rooms. He would just walk the entire room and then come off and go, what did I tell you? Is it great or what?
What kind of stuff was he doing?
Well, he used to come out as a nerd, right?
Me too.
And let people attack him for 25 minutes. And they would just be yelling, you stupid, you're fat, you're a Jew, all this stuff. He would just, and then he'd be like, yeah, you are, he would just do it. So, and then he would say, out of nowhere and for no reason at all, I took a pill earlier today and I'm starting to feel weird. And then they would play Relax, Don't Do It by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. And he would act and then he would become this mean guy who would run around and physically yell at all the people who heckled at him. And he would yell, I'll fuck you up. You're not shit. And they would be afraid of him because he's a big guy. And that was his act.
Oh, wow.
And
so he kind of mended the sketch and stand up together.
Yes, he did. And then the owner of the club would say to me, that was booking the club, they would go, he cannot come back tomorrow. And I go, I think he's kind of great. He's really funny. And then he would come home and go, what'd I tell you guys? It's just kills. I don't know what it is. This is just something I'm good at. He was so confident. And then Brian would come in and be like, I don't know how much I might do. And then he would just, his material was the same material he got to TV with. He was writing those kind of jokes right away. But you guys were all great. When, I can't tell you how much when you guys came to the Unmasked for Regan, how much it meant to him.
Yeah, it
the
seemed
comics were there.
It seemed like you could see him be moved when he realized that we were there.
He was incredibly moved. And then when he was in the back, they were, they were making him do some stuff. And he said to me, please don't let the comics leave. And I'm like, that's really nice of you, Brian.
Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah. That is sweet. What kind of things were they making him do?
He had to do voiceover stuff, and had to sign shit, and...
Oh, I thought he was painting.
No, they don't make him paint.
No.
Doing dishes. And,
this is the summer of Joe List. You're on Last Comic Standing.
Oh, yeah.
You...
I said it before, but I credit everything of my success, every bit of my success to this show.
Yes, good.
Yeah. Because you guys were just like, hey, this guy.
Yes.
That article.
The article came out. It was going to be your year. Everybody, that was on the iBang. And then, of course, you won the big football pool. Yeah. And then, like a hero, you gave the trophy away, which somebody got thousands of dollars to when they put it on eBay. And I think it was a brain thing that went towards their family.
A brain, that was the medical term.
Yeah, a brain thing.
Brain thing.
I didn't do well in school. I'm not going to lie about that. Mainly because I would bring a microphone in and just be talking with the other kids. But yeah, it seemed like all your good karma is coming back, and it's your year this year.
Yeah, it started here. And I appreciate you saying all these things in front of my girlfriend. That's nice. I feel like I'm gonna.
I think I say 6 months from now you won't even talk to me anymore. You'll be just like, why would I do your shitty show?
Is that what'll happen?
That's not true. I'll leave Sarah, but not you. What are you kidding?
You're going to be jet skiing with Johnny Depp. I think that's. You know how Amy Schumer was with J-Lo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they were jet skiing together. So I see it as you and Johnny Depp.
I like that.
I'd love to see that.
So how long have you guys been together, by the way?
4 years.
Yeah.
I'm the girl in the relationship. I know the dates and everything.
Is that right?
That's why I had to step in and answer, so it wouldn't be weird.
No,
Now you do.
2011, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
2011, right.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dude.
It took some real convincing, too. I had to really push.
Yeah.
But I got it.
Because you're going to be like this. Because remember the Ravens had just won the Super Bowl? That's when I met you.
Well, the last time I was here, I told that story about defecating in the woman's home.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That was shortly before we started dating. So for some reason, Sarah was a little trepidatious about getting involved with me.
Can't imagine
Well,
why.
you said that was your bottom out moment, though.
Yeah, but I continued to drink for a while afterwards.
I drank through so many bottoms it doesn't even matter anymore.
It was my bottom, and then I hung out on the bottom for a little bit.
But you already knew that he had this reputation, Sarah.
I did. That's why I was a
God-awful.
little reserved. Had reservations of dating somebody that just shat in a girl's house.
All right.
But I'm so glad I did it.
Once he wipes off,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, sure. He
very
cleans up
nice.
nicely.
But how long before you know, like, hey, this isn't just a date, but going into the relationship thing?
Well, we knew each other for several years beforehand, so we knew each other as friends.
Friends first.
And then he moved back to the apartment that was 2 blocks away from where I live.
Yeah, living 2 blocks apart has really saved us a few times.
Made it just easy.
In New York, totally.
You have the same bodega, the same train stop. We can't break up. Come on.
Yeah, you can't break. Yeah, that is true, isn't it?
Yeah. What else? I have to move.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I was just thinking all of our relationships, we were friends with the person first. Those are the long lasting relationships because you're like, oh, I already like them before you move into the other stuff. Sometimes if you just see someone you think they're physically hot, those things burn out fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah gave me a birthday card and it said, anytime you're interested in hanging out, I'm around. And I thought that was like, well, this person most definitely wants to have sex with me. But it didn't happen so quick.
Yeah, I was just saying we'd hang out.
Yeah. A really sweet person.
Yeah.
That was like, sure.
We'll just sit together with a TV on in front of us. But were you not interested in him that way, or you just thought he was a bad boy?
Well, I never thought of him as a bad boy.
That hurts my feelings.
Get all over himself.
It's pretty bad.
They got on a plane.
That's the part that I like, that he took it cross country with him.
Yeah. I traveled with my feces.
Where did you grow up, Sarah?
I grew up in Houston.
All right, so coming to New York was already kind of a weird culture shock.
Yeah,
for you,
it's
right?
different. Totally.
And now here you are, a person working in humor, dating another person in humor, so it's a 24-hour a day thing.
It is a 24-hour day.
Is it too much? Would you like to turn it off sometimes?
No, I like it. I mean, I like comedy, so we can always talk, and it's nice that we have something to always talk about.
You hate the same people, is what Sarah's trying to say.
All good
That's
relationships.
a nice thing in relationships.
Don't you just hate bookers?
Yeah.
Awful.
Because it's annoying if she hates everyone at the office and I hate everyone at the department or whatever. I
He
can't
can
think of
chime
anything.
in.
Yeah. department. I couldn't think of another place where people work.
Have you had another job before?
And I'm like, the chief is breathing down my neck, and she's like, Judy sucks.
Yeah.
I think you're working for the CIA.
Yeah.
The chief.
This way we can both be like, doesn't Todd fucking stink at comedy?
All right, Todd Berry?
Oh my God.
No, it's a
You
little
guys hate Todd Barry?
I'm kidding. Todd. I should have thought of a name. Glenn. There's no
Glenn.
Glens, right?
I don't think so.
Glenn is my go-to comedy name. And you have a go-to comedy name, too.
Yeah.
What's
that?
It's for girls. It's Judy or Karen.
I just used Judy. I'm taking
Yeah.
your shit. This is the other thing. We steal from each other. That's what's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like
That's
Glenn.
nice.
Do you have a go-to comedy name that you use, like an act out?
I still stay with Shecky after all these years. It's still going to be Shecky for me.
That's weird because I always go for Becky for girls.
Becky.
All girls are
Becky.
Becky.
Oh.
Weird. Oh, Becky.
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 Shut up, Becky. Shut up. So is this weird for you to see him on Last Comic Standing? No, first of all, your first week on Brilliant, which isn't surprising because you're just a great writer, great performer. Everything's already polished with you. You do this show. Is there nerves for you or just I'm showcasing my stuff?
I somehow miraculously have gotten to a place where I don't get too nervous before tapings.
I don't get it. I don't. I look at him. I'm like, that's psychotic.
Oh.
To not have but
I'm a bad boy. That's
yeah,
why.
yeah. But like, how do you not get nervous?
For that, to me, it's like I'm gonna live hopefully 60 years. And
you mean 60 years more or 60 years altogether?
I was 60 years total. It was a bomb.
We're halfway there.
It was a real bomb. But it's 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes, and the jokes work, and they're TV crowds, so they're hot. So I wasn't too nervous. I mean,
your nerves happen from regular life.
I'm nervous right now.
Yeah.
I'm itching my arm.
Yeah.
Because I respect you a lot more than I respect the audience. So I wasn't particularly nervous, but I got nervous during the Q&A part. That was nerve-wracking.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm no longer in control. It's all control.
Well, if Norm gets weird again, just say, why are you dressed up as the Kentucky Fried Chicken Man? Because did you see that? He's now the Kentucky Fried Chicken Man.
Wait.
I've heard that.
If Phil Hartman was doing it? Now it's just Norm. He goes, I'm the real Kentucky Fried Chicken Man. It was all over fucking TV last night. I'm like, I feel like I'm nuts right now.
I didn't know.
I felt like I was going crazy.
I didn't know that they were switching.
No one know. I don't know.
Daryl Hammond for a while, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Daryl Hammond.
Yeah,
Daryl Hammond was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the guy who was like, everybody likes my chicken. He was singing weird stuff. First of all, that was nutty enough. But when Norm switched over and did it, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. And by the way, I have some bad news about Phil Hartman.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fine, right?
I didn't tell him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know that he laid down to take a nap. Everything's okay, right?
And he's still.
Yeah, I sent his wife for the check on him.
He's doing all right.
Sarah did Last Comic years ago.
Yeah, I did in 2004. And then, I think 2 years before that. No, 2004 and 2008 is when I did it.
Now, did that bother you? You said doing those sets that would make you nervous right before going out, or?
Yeah, I get really nervous.
Do you?
For, crucial sets, if I'm showcasing for something important. I always feel like I'm going to say the wrong thing, like a Tourette situation.
Just yell out something anti-Semitic or...
Yeah. I think about that all, even when I'm in sketch, I'm like, what is the worst thing I can do on stage right now? And that is what I'm thinking. And it's just what I'm constantly obsessing over at that moment.
Well, someone came up to me too when they saw the interview and they go, you don't use any notes. And I go, no. And they go, aren't you worried that you won't be able to fill an hour talking? And I went, I never thought of it until you just said that.
Well, that's like in the interview with Regan. Yeah. Regan said, I have a fear. I forget what he said exactly. But a fear that you're going to walk out on Letterman and then forget everything. Right. And then all the comics just started looking at each other. We were like, that had never occurred to anybody.
Well, somebody had told me that in an Unmasked. Do you remember who it was, Chris?
Yeah.
It was
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah. He went out on the Tonight Show and just froze up, and they said, "Don't worry, just start from the beginning." And he said to Fallon, he goes, I'm so sorry. And Fallon goes, no, this happens all the time. And I don't know whether Fallon was just really nice or at one point Shecky Green went out there and just, I don't know where my act is. I don't know. I could, when he told me that, I felt freaked for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because he said he felt fine and then it was like it just fell out.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing. All of a sudden, it was completely blank.
When I had a club in Florida, a friend of mine on stage just did that. I guess it was a panic attack, but I'm standing back by the bar, right? And I just hear this, Ron? From the bar. And I'm like, what? And he's like, could you help me? And there was, it's a Saturday night. There was 300 people. And I just start running to him like, of course I can help you. And I say his name and I get him off stage and just go and pick it up from there. And I went back, and he's like, I don't know what happened to me. And then it took him a long time before he could get up again. Because when you do give in to that kind of thing, like if you have a panic attack in the supermarket, you're just like, I can't go in supermarkets.
Right.
That's the problem there. I can do everything but a supermarket. The mind is so, it lies to you. Your mind lies.
It's horrible sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. And the weird thing is like no one is ever like comfortable with someone else's phobia. Like a person who's like afraid of elevators, someone will say, I can't get on an escalator. The elevator guy will be like, what are you, an asshole? Just fucking get on.
Get on.
It's no big deal to get on. What is that? So if somebody has a flying phobia, their friends look at them like they're nuts, but that same person might be afraid of a boat,
I just recently was telling someone that I don't like flying, and they're like, why? It's so fun. I'm like, what I'm telling you is that it's not fun for me.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, but it's so fun when you do it.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it fun?
Right.
I'm like, I'm saying no.
Well, I've been getting that for years where people were just like, yeah, just relax. Yeah, but
Don't be nervous.
I have a disease. I'm ill. I'm mentally ill. I can't relax. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, someone has cancer. Shake it off. It's just breathe deep.
Yeah.
Just don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have all things that people are like, well, just don't do that. Alcohol, anxiety, panic, depression. Just, don't worry about it.
Well, alcohol is the one kind of thing that people will go, well, have a little bit.
Oh, I know.
Have a little bit.
You don't.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Have a wine cooler.
or if you've stopped long enough, they act like, well, you're probably over that now, right?
Yeah.
Like now you can jump back in now that you took some time off.
Yeah, that's how it works. You just need some rest from it.
So that was the thing with Sarah and I too. Sarah was sober and I was still drinking when we started hooking up. So I didn't know how to hook up with a sober person.
Sure.
So I just kept going, why don't we date? We should date. That was my move. I never kissed her goodnight or anything. I just kept saying, come on, that'll be fun. And eventually she weakened.
I always just feel like it's difficult to date someone that's sober if you drink, because then you have to like take them out on an actual date kind of thing.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Like you can't go to a bar because it makes things easier to have a few drinks on a date. I think
another reason why we can't break up. We live 2 blocks apart and we're both sober, and so you can't.
Well,
we just have to be together.
A lot of people, when they get sober, sex is the number one thing. Like they never had sex without a couple of pops first.
Right. Ooh,
Stand up
nervous.
is another one. There's a lot of people who would have stand up, a couple of drinks before they go on stage. So everything feels new to you.
Yeah.
Well, you brought up flying. Flying was always a day for me to get wrecked. Like it was always like today's an off day where the bar is open at 8:00 in the morning, and you could order drinks at 9:00. No one's going to say, "Well, that's weird. He's asking for a drink."
Anytime I've told someone that I'm a nervous flyer, they're saying like, "Have a couple drinks beforehand." I'm like, "Yeah, because like that's the state I want to be in when I'm completely losing my mind."
Right.
Well, I would always like be on a plane and be like 8:00 in the morning, and I'd say, I'd order a cocktail, and the stewardess might say like, "Oh, you're nervous about it?" I go, "Whatever. Yeah, I guess that's it."
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Definitely.
That's the reason why I'm drinking like this.
Every once in a while when I would fly, I would do it with shit on my leg.
Helps the nerves.
Seriously. I mean, I've heard a lot of bad flight stories before. That's the worst, not just for you, but all the people sitting around you.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
Yeah. Do you smell shit at this plane?
I don't.
Yeah. I used to fly with Fez, who was nervous is not even the word. He was a terrified flyer. And one time he screamed out on the plane, "Oh my God, do you smell gasoline?" And people started agreeing. Like, I think I do. I think there's just gasoline down in here. God, he would go crazy on planes. One time he tried to get off. He started to, we're fucking banking up, and he yells, "I gotta get out." And he's taking his seatbelt off and trying to head to the door. I got him by the belt. I'm like, "Not here. You're not getting out here. Let's fucking get down on the ground and then get out."
He told me once he was flying alone and started to scream that he smelled smoke, and it was a woman who had sesame sticks next to him, And she had to calm him down and hold him and go, they're just my sesame sticks. They're very smoky.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
Yeah, every time with him.
Yeah.
They put wet towels on him one time. Like he was a beach fucking dolphin or something. God, he was amazing to fly with.
Oh my goodness.
It never got better. He never got better at it.
I think that would actually might make me feel better to fly with someone like that. Because I would be like,
Keep you
I gotta,
busy?
Yeah, I gotta take care of this person. I
Yeah.
can't be losing it.
Well, I think there's a psychological thing that you even out. Everyone always plays a role in a situation.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're with someone panicking, you're kind of the...
Well, one time we were actually, just because the guy banked, as we're taking off, he starts to bank and Fez screams, and I mean screams, we got a real cowboy behind the wheel. And people, like a lot of people, didn't want to be around him, but I felt like, I used to be like laughing and like enjoying it.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. He stuck his face on my lap during a flight and fucking flew the whole time. And the fucking stewardess would come back. I'd be like, hey, we're busy over here. Just look, two males just enjoying a flight.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, this will make you feel more comfortable before your flight, Gail.
Okay.
Yeah. Knowing that there's someone out there
Yep.
who's even worse.
I'm gonna think of it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody really freak out on a plane before.
No, it's a bummer. You always kind of want to.
Well, now you go to jail for it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the post 9/11 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's ready to stab the person to death who gets up. If anyone gets up, because you'll be on the flight. People like, if anyone starts to hit the door, I'll fucking kill them. I'm like, I know you will, dude. I know.
Not on my watch.
Yeah, I realize that we're all safe here with you on the aisle. Don't worry. Someone touches that girl, I'll fucking snap their neck. I know you will, dude. That's why I feel good.
I always think that when I'm on the plane, I have those thoughts. I'm like, what could I use as a weapon right now if something went down? Do you guys ever have those thoughts?
I do it wherever I go.
Yeah.
I have it now. With
Yeah.
these headphones.
Yeah, people walk in here and think, I probably could poke out his eye. I'm not sure. I think that the thing of anxiety is like the one shared trait that humans have, that everybody has something that makes them just a little bit crazy, And that's the beauty of it. You can't get fixed as a human being, no matter who you are.
And if you meet somebody who acts like they're not an anxious person, it's very frustrating. You know,
acts
they're
like
like,
that. Well, you know
"Oh,
that they're probably not a creative person, because I think it takes a certain amount of creativity in your head to make up these stories,
Right, elaborate.
that will frighten you.
Right.
elaborate ways to die.
Yeah.
Or
Well, Sarah's like that. We'll go like jet skiing, or not jet skiing, tubing in Maine. And then as soon as we get on, they're like, all right, here we go. She's like, don't you get worried, we're going to flip and then a shark will eat us and then leave half of us and we'll be, I'm like, what? No, this sucks. You ruined it.
Planning ahead.
Yeah. And then like we're hiking. She's like, what if we break our ankles and a bear starts eating us toe first and works their way up? Like, I don't know, but I want to go home now.
Didn't somebody get bear attacked the other day? There was a I
Comic?
guess it happens every.
That's how my mind works. A comedian?
Stellar. It's really scary.
It was Dennis Miller. That's what it was. Dennis Miller was mauled by a bear. So you don't know how far you're going with this. You can't tell. You got the semifinals are coming up next.
I know that I'm in the semifinals.
Wow.
Next.
And then is it the finals after that, or
then it goes to the finals? Yeah.
Wow.
And then yeah, so it's exciting. So you'll have to tune in, folks.
I'm going to.
Yeah, please tune. Well, I can tell you everything that happened right after the show ends.
No, I'm not. I'd rather just find out. I want to find out with everyone else.
But yeah, it's exciting. So I've added 400 Twitter followers.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Pick up an extra 400.
Yeah, and that's it. Nothing else has come from it.
Well, then
But,
your next time on, you'll get another 400.
And all positive Twitter
Well,
people.
you killed on that, though. You really did.
Yeah.
You had this Saturday night.
Yeah, but sometimes you do things real well, and then people are like, "You're gay, and you stink, and you should kill yourself." And you're like, "Oh, that's hurtful."
Yeah, that's true, too.
We were in Maine, Sarah and I, on vacation with my family, and it was really wonderful. And then we did this long day, and I was playing with my nieces and nephews and throwing them in the water, and we were swimming, and I was like a real family guy. Left my phone at home because I was like, I don't want to I want to live. And then I came home and it was a tweet. A guy wrote, "You're a piece of shit in every single way." I was like, well, why am I a piece of shit? I'm a nice guy. And it was really hurtful.
But why are you on Twitter if stuff like that bothers you?
Well, because you kind of have to be on Twitter. I had a long talk with, I'm going to really name drop here, with Louis C.K. and Jon Stewart at the Comedy Store recently. It was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how they hate social media and it's silly and it's bad for you. And it was like this great talk, and it was really changing my life and blowing my mind. And I was like, well, what about if you're on your way up and you don't have any fan? You have to reach your fan, plug it. And they're like, yeah, I don't know. You gotta be on there. All right. Well, I guess never mind.
They're like, why don't you just be done your genius project that you had for 17 years and then not worry about anything?
Yeah, you're like, that's not bad either.
So you were there the night that Stewart walked in. I guess Louis brought him. It was the first time returning to the cellar, like, after 17 years?
Yeah, but I feel like I got to amend. Rory Albanese brought him. And
is that right?
Yeah, they're all buddies because he worked on the show. So he came with Rory, and Louis just happened to show up.
Because the word was always Louis brought him in.
Yeah, see, that's what happens to guys like Rory. And
yeah.
I was going to put myself in his.
Me.
Joe
Liz.
I don't get cred.
I don't want to hurt Rory. Yeah. He doesn't see me as an equal. But yeah, he came with Rory, and he was there. And it was interesting because I texted Sean Donnelly and was like, "Hey, anyone fun hanging out? I'm going to come early." And he was like, "Nah." He's like, "But I'm here." And then I showed up and it was Jon Stewart. And I was like, "Did he come after that text?" Fuck Stewart. And then Louis came, and it was really great. It was great to be part of that conversation. Sure. And then I didn't want the conversation to end, but Louis had to go on. So we all went downstairs to watch Louis. And I put a great picture on my Instagram of Stewart watching Louis. And he was laughing. You could tell he was kind of like, had this nervous energy. And everyone's like, "Why don't you go up?" He's like, I should go on. And so everyone was like, "Go on." And I just met him an hour ago. I was like, "Go on, John." And then,
for me.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
You've been talking to me. And then finally he was like, "All right, I'll go on." We all like cheered in the back. It was exciting. And then Louis came off and Stewart was like, "That was a great set." And then Louis was like, Stewart was like, "I'm going to go on." And Louis was like, "You're going on?" He was like, "I'm going on." It was like this really exciting moment. And then he went on and the crowd went crazy, of course. And he did like a new bit that just bombed. And it was like, "Welcome back, John." So he went into some old stuff and that killed, of course. And then when he came off, he was so excited. It was fun to watch. And he was like, "I feel alive." And he was so thrilled. But it was exciting because it made me grateful that I do comedy every night. So it's kind of reverse. Normally, like the young up-and-comer revives the billionaire. Like, "Oh, man, I forgot how good it is to be." But it was like reversed. I was like, man, I should be grateful for going on every night.
Sure.
Jon Stewart is.
But that's, that's that other like New York moment where you get tickets to the cellar, you're sitting there, Louis comes out, which is major fucking week, and then Jon Stewart follows him.
Yeah.
And then you're going home, and telling people in goddamn Iowa, wherever you come from. Yeah, I had one thing in New York that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
And that's why they keep selling out.
Yeah.
People know that those guys are going to be there.
I wonder if people are disappointed on nights that they just see terrific comics who have done amazing things, but they don't get a marquee name.
Well, sometimes it's a bummer when you're on last because they're like, "All right, your final comedian is Joe List." You're like, final. Fuck.
Boy, we waited this whole time.
So then, like, the first 4 minutes you said, they're just pouting. And you're like, I'm looking in the back, hoping Rock shows up. Like, please, come on.
So no Gallagher? Is that it? This is it for us? That's a pretty cool night, though, man.
Yeah, it was quite a thrill.
Well, now, if this thing works out for you with this contest, that's when you get people to start showing up to see you in particular.
Yeah, I hope so. This show, I get the most people from this show and my podcast. But
Is that right?
Yeah. So I love being
people
here.
who listen to this show love you. That's the thing.
Well, that makes me feel good. I appreciate it. I love them.
Well,
most of them. I mean,
do you? Most of them.
Yeah.
Not that one guy who said it was shit.
No.
Yeah.
And everything about me is.
Yeah, I don't think that was from here. But no, people come out. It's interesting because we went to D.C., Sarah and I, the weekend that Last Comic aired, and I had like 12 people come from my podcast and say things, but no people from Last Comic. So it's interesting.
Well, I think there's a
now.
lag time on that. You know what I mean? You have to wait for it.
Yeah.
Wait for it to happen because some people seem like they're still known from doing it. Fucking 12 years.
Definitely. And I worked with Jonigan for a long time, and that was 4 years ago now, or 5 years ago, but 4 years ago when I was with him. and people would still be like, "You got robbed." And,
Right.
He's done 1,100 Letterman since then.
Yeah.
but nobody gives a shit. Nobody got robbed.
Well, I was bringing it up with Regan that I sat and watched his last Letterman, 27 in, and I felt like he had to win the audience over. And Ray Romano was on the same show, and they have the same manager, and they spent two things of just like, Ray, your life has been wonderful, and you did the show, and this is where it all happened for you. And I'm like, but because Regan didn't fucking have a couch and pretend that two little kids were his, children,
right?
It doesn't mean the same thing. It's crazy to me. Because go back through those 27 and try to find even a bad moment that Regan had on that show.
Yeah, he
He's
always
killed
crushes. Yeah,
27 times.
Yeah.
We watched it. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, we were dying. We loved
Yeah, it was great.
it. Regan, one more thing that's keeping us together.
Is that
Proximity,
right?
Sobriety, and Regan.
Is there any comics that you guys don't like to see well? Well, you brought up Jonigan. He's the type of guy no one wants to see do well.
This is the kind. Tommy is too sensitive. If he hears that,
all right. So what you're
he'll think you got to pick someone other than Tommy.
So you're saying he's a piece of shit that can't even be teased a little bit. Tommy, how you doing, buddy?
This is all news to me. I feel like
oh boy.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing well. I turned my radio on and I heard my name. And I thought Joe was saying nice things. I didn't know he was shitting on me.
I said you did 1,100 Lettermans.
I'm surprised that every time you don't turn on your radio, you don't just hear your name, no matter what station you're on.
I just keep it off and assume everyone's talking about it.
Like Stalin. You're disappointed when they're not.
See, I'm glad he's here and can hear context, because I just imagine getting a call being like, what did Bennington say? Did he make a joke? Do you think he hates me?
Here's what happens now, too, is that if you say something, people will tweet to them immediately, no matter how big of a star that they are. So if you say you didn't like a movie, people be like, at James Cameron, Bennington show thinks that your movie isn't any good. Like,
It's a world of snitches. It's the whole world of snitches.
Yeah, it is. It's snitches everywhere.
Completely. And I had, we told a story about, Norman told a story about Hannibal on our podcast. And then someone's tweeting like, Norman's shitting all over you. And the story was like, I went to a basketball game with Hannibal. And he's like, hey, were you guys talking shit about me?
Right. Jim Jeffries was saying that every time that he comes out as says anti-gun stuff, people will immediately go to Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, Jeffries is shitting all over you. Wants to take your guns away. We were talking about Last Comic Standing, Tommy, which, let's face it, you dominated until that last moment where we just saw all the air leave your body. As they
standing in someone else's confetti.
Yeah. To me, Tommy is one of my favorite comedians because I always feel like he takes the stage as if some kids just ran through his yard. There's always the thing of him he looks like he's coming out to chase everyone away.
Powerful
Get out of
stance.
here.
I saw Joe's. I didn't watch it online, but I'm assuming you guys talked about how Joe murdered, right?
Killed.
So funny.
Killed, Jerry. Killed.
He killed.
I met Tommy on Last Comic Standing.
Is that right?
Yeah, the year I was edited out. And he came in second. It was a good experience for both of us.
I don't remember you being on that year, Joe.
Only if it's on TV. That's the only time that matters.
I know. It's so funny. I just did a radio interview. I forget the station, but the guy, I think he didn't do enough homework. He was like, and so you were on season 7 of Last Comic Standing. How was that? And I was like, it was bad, but I was also on last night. This current season. I did not air 7 years ago, which you were asking me the questions about.
I like to give a quick Wikipedia read and then bring them in.
Doesn't take much time.
I love it when an interview starts with, so you dropped out of college to do comedy. Yeah, we're just going to start from there. That's where you want to start? Do that, and then we'll work our way up to today.
I always like to start with, let's see, 8 pounds, 6 ounces. That's, you came into the world a pretty decent weight there, huh?
That's the people that are worried about filling the hour.
Yeah. Tommy, what have you been up to lately?
I'm on the road pretty heavy until we're having a new baby in like 5 or 6 weeks. I don't know when we're having a new baby. I know when I'm on the road. So
You got those dates right.
yeah, I'm doing like what am I? Austin and then Cincinnati and Columbus and then a new baby, and I'm off for like a month.
Wow. So nerves now about thinking about the new baby, or since you've
I'm
already done it once?
nervous about how much I don't care about it yet.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. I am not a fan of this new one. I thought we had a great thing with one baby. I didn't think we needed two. My chick wanted another one, so we had so her daughter wasn't an only child. I was like, what do you think? I feel like she should just be able to make friends. It'd be cheaper.
I gotta check this to see whether you're the father or the first baby, because normally the father isn't jealous yet.
Tommy has the same approach to childbirth that I have to TV. You live 80 years, it's only 3 minutes. You can't get nervous. It's brief.
Yes, I'm not nervous because I don't care yet.
You don't, but well, you haven't met that person yet. Once you meet them,
I know, but with the first one, I cared while she was a fetus. Which I also have. I should talk to a therapist. Probably my chick does that because I had I was having nightmares that my first daughter wouldn't love me. That's like a real. I was having nightmares that she wouldn't love me, and then this next one, I don't have nightmares because I don't care enough, but I think I may not love her.
yeah, I don't know if you're the fathering kind. I don't know if this is the gig for you, being the dad.
Jealous of new baby.
Jealous and also not liking so much.
You're still going to have a very special place in the family.
Yeah.
I love the first one the most. To me, I feel like the second one's just like I gave my girlfriend permission to open up a second location of a restaurant. And I'm like, I'll check
yeah.
in.
That one's never, even though the menu is the same, it's never as good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no one likes it as much. Everyone, when they go to the second one, they're like, "Have you been to the original?"
Yeah, so much better, cozier.
Sometimes there's a few people that eat at the second restaurant, and then you say, "Have you been to the original?" And they say, "We didn't even know there was another
Right.
one." So sometimes people like the younger one. I'm only saying that because I'm the youngest in my family.
How many?
2.
Just 2, youngest of 2.
2 restaurants.
What about you, Sarah? How many restaurants in your family?
4 restaurants.
Yeah, where are you in that?
I'm the second restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I came in 3rd, and by that time my parents had given up. I had a lot more. My older brother and sister were always screaming at me. We never got to just come home whenever we wanted. My parents was like, well, we're exhausted. We're not going to fight with another one. He goes out. That's what he does. He stays out
Just
late.
let him be.
Yeah. That's the lucky thing about it. They have no expectations for you whatsoever. But it seems like you have no expectations even as a father, Tommy.
I'm fine. This kid can stay as late as he wants.
I do. Have you ever had the thing though of what Tommy had of you turn on the radio and people are talking about you like that? Has that happened to you before?
No, I've never. I don't think so.
Because I think the strangest thing about that is like if you turn on a show and they're talking about you, you're like, what the fuck? But then it seems like they drop the subject and go to something else, and you really are like, that's it.
That's all I got.
Seem like you could talk about me a little more.
Yeah.
Then you have to call in.
Yeah.
We also, Sarah and I got text from Chad Daniels that said, "You assholes better be funny," or maybe it said "dicks."
Yeah.
So
it's close.
I feel like we should also talk about Chad Daniels as well.
And
great.
Charlie Daniels. And
Yeah.
Charlie Daniels.
Sure.
Tommy, good to talk to you, buddy. Best of luck with everything.
All right, boys. Yeah.
All right, see you later. Tommy John again, one of the funniest and sometimes angriest human beings in the world. You were right that he has a short fuse, though. He gets.
I didn't say he had a short fuse.
Yeah.
I said he'll hear that you picked him as an example of whatever you said.
But I could feel comfortable with that. But I was but when I saw that his name was coming up when I was just saying, just like you said, he's kind of an asshole. I was reading all that. I was reading that he was already up there.
Setting you up.
Yeah.
Well, I took a vow of silence at that point. 'Cause
This is all
I'm
going bad.
aware that there's a microphone in front of me, and also I don't think he's an. Jeez, this is going to be a whole thing later.
He is. He's a funny, explosive person. Who did he have the bad experience with on the show?
David Allen Greer.
Okay,
Oh, I
so
remember
he and Dag did not. Well, Dag was fine with everything. Dag treated Tommy like he knew him for a long time. So he was like, "This is white asshole," and then he was doing the thing like we were all buddies. But Tommy was just like this. Excuse me. Wait a minute. It was getting very Joe Pesci.
Really?
Which I don't know what it is. That made me happier than if we all got along so well.
Right. Well, it's similar to seeing like a snap set on stage. You're like,
Yeah.
here we go.
Right.
Which is, yeah. And
I
I
don't
work.
know why, but I do.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's fun. I worked with DePaulo for years, and you had to watch every set because you're like, he might throw
Right.
a drink at somebody. Like, come on,
Yeah.
baby.
DePaulo is amazing because when you meet him, you're expecting that DePaulo thing, but when you meet him, there's a sweetness about him that he even gives off. You know what I mean? Just like sitting. He's one of those people where that if you look at him, you think, well, this seems like a very kind person. I was not prepared for that after seeing his act on TV. He's not a person who carries around a lot of that with
Right.
him, And there are other people that are seemingly nice on TV, but are not in real life.
Yeah, they're not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like David Allen Greer, for instance.
David Allen Greer, I don't know whether he just thinks that the world is his playground.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he's one of those guys where I'm sure that if you're in the Starbucks, he might start, doing crowd work instead of just sitting there. But all these battles that go on with people now, these stand-up battles, right? I forget the roast battles.
Yes.
Is this a positive for comedy or a negative?
Because
I know you're good at them.
I don't know. I just did a roast battle, and
I read about that.
They're positive in that it's people coming to see comedy, I guess. But Sarah and I were just talking about this also. Like, there's all these shows that are like, what was the show you did? I don't. Maybe you don't want to shit on somebody's show on the radio.
Oh no, it was no,
Well, I
I'll
might have
shit
him
on
queued
their
up.
He called me.
And
here he is.
Was it Fuck That Movie? Or just
It was
like
that
Lost
one,
Bits?
and then you did the other one. There
Oh,
was
I did
another
this one called Lost Bits,
Yeah.
where it was like you do a bit that you didn't ever get to do on stage before, where like, oh, you mean a bit that I know doesn't work? Like,
There's all these shows that's like bits that bomb. And you're like, why? Who wants to see shitty bits?
All right, what was Fuck That Movie, though?
oh, Fuck That Movie was actually pretty fun. You get to choose a movie that was hyped up, that everybody loves, and then you get to shit on it, but have speaking points on it.
All right, let's see if we can get what Sarah's Fuck That Movie was. I'm going to say, Titanic.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it had to be
A rom-com
A
or
rom-com.
something. What about for you, Chris? You can pick.
Schindler's List.
All right. Seriously, it's not too soon to say that.
Funny.
Yeah.
We did a PowerPoint about how Schindler's List is overrated. There's nudity, it's the whole thing. There's guys' penises.
One red dress out of this black and white movie.
and it just seems fake.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem real.
What was it for you?
For me,
Buckle up, everybody.
I know this one, Streetcar Named Desire.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
What is it that you don't like about
But
it?
I'll stand with you on
Brando?
this. It's a piece of shit.
I thought the acting was so over the top, but I understand it. It's from a play.
Right.
Right.
But I also feel like maybe it was just a different time period.
Well, yeah, it certainly was. But even Tennessee Williams writes kind of over the top, wouldn't you say, Gail?
Yeah, I mean, like the female characters in Tennessee Williams, like a lot of times we're like, ugh, great female characters, but they're like drag queens. Like they're not real life women. Like real women don't act like that. That's like a gay man's persona of a woman.
Yeah, it was really like when she gets hit by Stan, or
Yeah.
after a drunken night of poker, she runs upstairs to Eunice's apartment, and then when he calls out her name, Stella, it's like she just like turns like she's a robot and must like come downstairs, and it takes her like 20 minutes to walk down the stairs.
And there's a lot of like,
I don't even know why you said that.
it's crazy.
Well, I never.
And then also, we were talking about this, like sometimes people are like, well, it's a play. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I understand it's was a play,
Right.
but now it's a film. So talk like normal. You don't have to project.
I have to dial that back.
People do that like A Few Good Men, which is a movie I like.
Yeah.
But some of the dialogue is a bit hokey, and they're like, "Well, it's because it's a play," and I'm like, "I know, but turn it into a film." I don't understand that.
Is that Sorkin that wrote
Yeah.
that one? Yeah.
It's like doing Titanic and having no water and be like, "Well, there's a play." Like, I know, but now you can.
Hold on,
that's a weird
Sorkin's on the on the phone right now.
That guy, I think, is the most overrated person.
I'm not a huge fan either.
Thank
I'm
God.
I'm not a huge fan.
He's the David Bowie of screenwriting to me.
Oh, that's right. You hate Bowie.
That's a joke. I was calling back to it, and I was hoping it was going to get a big laugh.
No,
and
no,
everyone's
no.
gonna-
It still hurts. It still stings.
Very
It still
tense.
Gonna
stings.
remember and laugh.
Yeah, I know.
That's the shit I get Twitter hate for from this show.
How dare you?
Every once in a while, people will be like, "Bowie rules." I'm like, I didn't know what you're talking
Saved
about.
my life in high school.
I do like David Bowie. by the
I
way.
do.
So
I
stop
like.
tweeting at me.
I do like these podcasts that get specific though, rather than generalized. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the fact is that they've set this up so it's the same premise that you know, and now I'm interested in what movies everybody hates.
Well, podcast, I feel that way, but
Yeah.
these comedy shows are like that. Like there was a comedy club that in the city, but I won't name it. That was like, yeah, we want you to come and pitch ideas, and I was like, well, what if I hosted a show with a bunch of comics that are great? And they were like, no, we want ideas. All right, well, that might be something.
For this show, I think it was like doing a school project for no money.
Yeah,
It was like 8
thinking-
hours of work with this PowerPoint presentation.
As you remember, most
was
school
so
projects
hard.
paid money.
Yeah.
And it made me think of Brian Regan's bit of like, I felt like mine compared to everybody else's wasn't as well put together. I was like, it's a cup of dirt.
Dirt.
Move on.
Yeah.
But the roast battles, I guess they're good. It's the same thing. It took me 3 days to write Joe, and I'm writing all these things that are good for
1
4
minute.
minutes.
Yeah.
But I guess anything that people are going to see, but it feels like a very American or maybe human attitude to be like, stand up is hot right now. Let's do it, but differently. Let's do something
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
They're like, well, why don't we just keep doing it?
Well, because I guess it ran like it for 40 years, right?
Yeah.
And, some years more successful than others. I talked about having my club. I just put up a sign that had comedy, and people were like, oh, this looks great.
Right.
I want to come see it.
Because to see comedy was an event.
Yes,
on
they
its
didn't know
own.
who it was going to be, and everybody liked it. But it seemed like as soon as the alt thing started and that Nerdist thing started, now it's got to get weirder and lights out and mass night and everyone's underwater comedy.
Yeah, but people are still relieved when they see someone come up and sling well-written jokes.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's still a great experience.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that last Letterman with Regan or yours set the other night. That when somebody just goes out and writes that set that's funny, it's still surprising that the ideas aren't so complex that you couldn't come up with it yourself. It's immediately relatable. Those kind of ideas where you're like, I think I've thought this before. And it's that connecting moment. It's still a perfect art form when it works.
Yeah.
It's the worst art form when it doesn't work.
No, I have to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I think improv, when not executed well, is the worst art form.
Well, I blame anyone who goes to one of those shows.
Yeah.
I was just watching the what was it? I Am
Sam.
Yeah, it was I Am Sam.
Wow.
And I'm like, I know it started as a book, right? But now it's a movie.
Right.
Work in a little more. But it's the I Am Chris Farley. And there were times where, like, they admitted that, early on this stuff was just terrible. But Bob Odenkirk said that out of everything that he'd ever done in show business, and he's done amazing stuff, he said working with Farley at Second City and being on stage with him was by far the most fun of anything.
Yeah.
Of just explosive, great audiences. And that's a guy who's probably got the best TV show on TV right now, so it can work. But most of the time, I think it doesn't. Like, most things.
Yeah.
Like most stand-up doesn't work.
Yeah.
Most baseball doesn't work. You go there and you're like, this guy really should have hit the ball, but he didn't. That's what stand up reminds me of that thing of, you watch and you're like, I don't know if this is a good night. Wow, that was amazing.
Right. That was we were just reading Judd Apatow. Sometimes Sarah and I buy 2 books, and then we each read one, and then we exchange.
Book club.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a magical couple. But we were reading Judd Apatow's interview with Seinfeld from years ago, and he was talking about how comedy's so hard that's why there's so few people that are good at it. And he said even if it was mandated that everyone in the world has to do stand-up, there'd still only be like 16 good stand-up. I thought that was interesting.
Wow, that is interesting. I mean, if you think about it that way, even if everybody on the planet had to run the 100 meters at the same time, it'd still probably be the same guys.
Where would they do that? They have to stagger it, I would think.
I'm going to guess the equator. I think we line up at the equator. First of all, it'd be a fun day for everyone.
We all got to get off work at the same time, which is going to be tricky.
Chris, you're stretching, right? Because I don't want you to blow out.
And they're like, has anyone seen Todd? I don't see him.
Becky?
Oh, yeah, I just used Todd. I just made a liar of myself.
Yeah.
Glenn was there on time. That's why.
Well, I think this Todd wasn't a comic.
That Todd Barry thing. Now I'm worried about that. I got to call Tommy. I got to email Todd. This is terrible.
This is where you become nervous. You're not nervous walking out primetime NBC.
I'm just recycling. I said, he's done Letterman 1,100 times.
I heard you fucking saying I did a Letterman 1,100 times. What's that shit supposed to be?
That's not a good Tommy impression.
I thought it was dead on.
I really thought I thought he called back.
That's not what he sounds like.
I felt like he was in the room with us.
Oh, boy.
And the thing that you like about Johnny is he's a material guy.
What's that mean? He's not materialistic.
No, but his material is always.
No, he's the best. Tommy's one of those people that I enjoy, like similar to Nate Bargatze, like where I like his comedy
better
more than
him.
I want to because we're no, just like it's unhealthy to be this close of friends with somebody who
Hold on, Johnny gets back on. He seems like he's pissed.
Don't let him.
Don't let him. Don't let him.
Don't let him off this show.
Please don't let him.
But there are those guys where you become friends with that you're like, this is my favorite. And there's some guys who are older, like DePaulo was my favorite comic, and now he's become a close friend. Quinn. Again, I'm just name dropping again.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, you are pretty cool.
But it's one thing to be like admire somebody and then become friends with them. But then when you're friends with someone and then to become like your favorite comic, it's really an uncomfortable situation.
That is funny. That's funny, And I think that's like, I guess maybe songwriters could do the same thing, but there's very few occupations, I think, where you're like, I mean, even if you're a doctor, you probably don't have a favorite doctor out there. I mean, out of everyone I like to see work, this is the guy.
So nervous to meet him.
By the way, I can't get this thing. Fez just had the quadruple bypass, right?
Oh, fun.
And he told me today that he's looking at, and it looked like they used chicken wire to put his breastplate back together. And he's like, I hope my heart looks better on the inside than this. So I go, and I'm lying to him. I'm like, yeah. All the good work's on the inside, and then they don't care about the end because they got to get home,
That's where their focus is.
Yeah, well, I would be better off. I hope there's not chicken wire on the inside.
That reminds me of that great scene in Blues Brothers where they show up to Bob's country.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken wire. Such a perfect delivery.
And the fact that all the liquid still comes through. Yes, it'll stop you from a bottle being hit in your head,
right.
But beer will still hit you in the face.
The best is right when they finish the song, like 1,100 bottles hit it right at the same time. I guess I have a go-to number, by the way. Glenn is my name and 1,100 is my number.
And I'd put Blues Brothers 2000 as fuck this movie, if I had to.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think anyone was on board. It has to be a movie that was acclaimed, I think.
Okay, so let's shoot down my ideas.
What would your movie be?
Wow, that everybody wanted to, the James Cameron in a Yes album cover movie. I don't remember the name of it.
Oh, Avatar.
Avatar, yeah.
Yeah, that movie stinks.
And yet it's the #1 movie of all time. It's the biggest of all time. Sold more tickets than anything else. And people have said to me, like, I didn't make it the first weekend. And they're like, oh, you got to go.
Right.
It's like living in a dream. And I just saw a cartoon the whole time. That's all I saw.
It's a cartoon. Also, a tad heavy-handed politically.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, we get it. Let's just call it Iraq Attar. We get it.
So
The plants.
we're the bad guys. America, is that the twist?
Which I don't even necessarily disagree with the point, but it's just a little heavy-handed. Just make an Iraq movie.
Then maybe they could just looked at the camera. Does your country do anything like this? Ours? Yeah, it does. As a matter of fact, but you know that that movie, the Straight Outta Compton movie, made comic book numbers. This made like $57 million on No Stars, and about a hip hop band from 30 years ago.
I don't think anyone expected it to hit that big.
No, but
it was huge.
It was a movie I wanted to see. I'm like, oh, I want to see this, but after I find out they're not trouble.
Well, you put Giamatti in anything, people will go see it.
You know what?
He's Ice Cube.
He should have been in Streetcar. That's how I feel about Giamatti. So Sarah, you're doing this tonight. You're at UCB. Should we give you like characters right now? Should we put you in a thing? You're a proctologist. You're
I'm more the writer.
Oh, really?
And then I'll do the acting, but I always give the bigger parts
to others.
Others, yeah. I
Wow.
like doing the acting, but I'd rather do it on video than on stage.
I don't blame you for that.
Yeah, it's hard to memorize all that stuff.
The show's great, though. I've seen the show. And you guys do it again August 31st, too.
Yeah.
It's a great show. Bullshit Women.
After earlier today, you just ran down improv.
No. Well, this is sketch. This is
sketch.
Yeah, this is sketch. This is pre-written, edited, written, and then edited again, and then perfected.
And then perfected.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Don't go to any improv shows.
Yeah, I always feel like improv is just for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever tell anyone, like, oh, you should come to my improv show. Like, that's my private time.
Sarah looks at improv like a shower.
Yeah.
It's like when family shows up, as if that's a supportive thing.
Right.
We're here to watch you. Well, that's bad.
Yeah. It's stressful.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done some improv shows that if my family saw it, they'd be like, you need to come home.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not working out for you.
Yeah, we miss you.
When it's family, it's like inviting them to a porn shoot. Come on out. Think you're going to be a DP, so you'll see me doing both at the same time. You'll get an idea what I'm up to. I don't think anyone's, even now, I think that you could be a comedian. And if your kid says, I'm going to, try comedy, you're like,
Please
maybe.
don't.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, that reminds me when Sarah did the Bullshit Women show in Austin, and your parents were going to come down, and then your dad got sick, so he couldn't come, and then you're like, maybe it's good, and then like the opening sketch, they do a thing where they say, match the bullshit woman to the vagina, and then the vagina that matches to you is like a monster's, like a crazy like
From
not a
Predator.
vagina. Yeah, it's from Predator, and it's like, this is my daughter. This is what you're doing. This is what my daughter's pussy looks like. And I was like, Sarah, you didn't think about that? It's like literally the opening thing is like, Sarah's pussy is the Predator. Predator.
We're so proud of you.
Yeah. I think she's right. It is like that. But that's for her whole family. You should see her aunt. It's terrible.
By the way, I think we just sold some tickets with that. Predator.
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Oh, definitely.
I'm going to definitely be there.
Well, you can see it live. It's right, Sarah. Take out your.
It's out.
It's already out.
It's already been out the whole time.
All right, we got to wrap this up. It's great to see you. Joe, when do you know the next time that you're on, or you know?
I don't. Hopefully, either this Wednesday or next Wednesday. But tune in because
Watch them all.
There's other comedians that are good. I think. Maybe.
Watch them all. And tonight for you, Sarah?
Yeah, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. UCB. All right, we got anything else we need to plug before we get out of here, Chris?
No, we're good to go.
All right, so that's it for us. Joe, you need to say anything before we go? You got to turn your mic on.
I'm good. Great hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that just because you're in that room, you could judge. All right. By the way, nice pocket.
Thank you.
Even though it's not the same color.
I put cigarettes in there.
It looks like the pocket came in 2 weeks after the shirt was made. I got to be totally honest.
I actually sewed this pocket in
It
myself.
doesn't match, but we did the best we could. All right. We'll see you guys. Now, Luis J. Gomez just tweeted this, that tomorrow is going to be, he's going to do our show and then Anthony Cumia's show right after. That's never been done before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, so he'll get nice tweets and mean tweets back to back.
He's about to double up.
You were great at Bennington, you faggot.
I hope at least one person does that to him. That's
I'm
great.
sure multiple people will. I love Anthony. I should.
Yes.
I love Tommy and Anthony. And I love everybody listening.
What have you done?
God forbid that you should leave here feeling okay with yourself.
I know, I'm terrified.
Seriously, with Regan, can you believe? Because I was thinking of you and Goldman are guys that apologize way too much. And Regan is the same exact way.
Well, that makes me feel good. Anything that makes me similar to Regan, it makes me happy. How's this penis?
It tilts a little to the left, and I think it was from an accident.
I'm a righty.
I don't know.
I'm a righty, also accident.
That's it. We'll see you guys all again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!